This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome in everyone to BK Dub. Bad Karma Wrestling in the building. It is your favorite wrestlers' favorite wrestling show, live from Illinois Media School. No gimmicks Nick Johnston here. And today, starting off with something special as we have been lately. Back weeks now with some interviews. Back again. Welcome everybody. A.M.B. in the building. How we doing?
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm doing good. Chicago traffic sucks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, thought I wasn't going to make it, but I made it, and here we are today, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
again.
no problem. Yeah, no, definitely want to wait it out. Make sure you get here. Yeah, you got ways away, so glad you're able to get here. And we'll be doing the same thing next week. We're making our way out there to you guys. April 25th, Friday. Do not miss it. Skydive Chicago in Ottawa, Illinois. It is going to be MCW's. I mean, what's a special name to the card?
Just street fight, man.
Oh, man,
it's
going to be
as simple as it gets.
Okay.
It's going to be a fight.
Good.
Everybody on the show is going to give 110%. It's going to be an event you guys will not want to miss. So visit MCW Championship Wrestling on social media. Get those tickets. It's going to be one hell of a night.
Oh, yeah. Sell the place out. It's going to be fun. It gets nice and ruckus because that sound just bounces off the wall, and you'll love hearing that. That's going to be great. So how's it been since you've been here last? Was it a couple weeks ago now?
Yeah, a few weeks. Things have been busy, you know, just kind of getting prepared for this big matchup. I got some other shows going on that weekend as well, so the ball doesn't stop at MCW. It only keeps going. Things are going to continue to keep growing. And, you know, things have been very, very busy. A lot of sleepless nights, man.
Okay.
A lot of sleepless nights.
I mean, yeah, when you got Chris the Wildcard Mercer kind of lurking around, waiting in the wings, waiting in the wings.
Yeah, always got to watch my shoulder when I'm around that guy. You know, things have gotten to a very boiling point between him and I, but we'll get to that a little bit later.
No, exactly right. You said it's busy overall for you, busy overall for a lot of people because, well, it's WrestleMania week. If you are not aware.
Yeah, WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
A ton of indie shows just across the board, especially like in the local area in Las Vegas. A couple in Chicago. As actually today, I think this is a CSW show.
Yeah.
Like I said, always local support your local indie. Anything special you looking forward to for WrestleMania this week? Honestly.
I think I'm looking forward to the Intercontinental match.
Ooh.
You know?
Oh yeah, that Fatal 4-Way is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. That's very exciting. You know, obviously the main event, Roman Reigns, you know, Seth Rollins and all of them. It's going to be a nice dynamic and a shift in WWE. So WrestleMania is looking to be very, very exciting, man.
Yeah.
I'm honestly looking forward to night 2.
Oh yeah.
You know, night 2 is looking to be a stacked card. And just can't wait to sit down and enjoy it with my friends and family.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna hit top to bottom later today. We're gonna hit night 1, night 2. I'm a little upset that I kind of have to work the Sunday and I have to rush home to make sure I make it of. And then Saturday, it's all good. The weaker day I'm off, but that's okay. That's just me. You want to hit this card? Or you want to talk a little MCW instead?
Absolutely.
There we
man.
go. Let's
Absolutely.
do that. So. Besides our little we're going to have a pre-show match, as always, as we get to. But how about our tag team elimination match? Who are we going to be seeing in that tag team elimination match?
Man, that one's going to be, honestly, a show stealer. You're going to want to get there. It's the first match on the card. You're not going to want to miss it, man. Every match on the show is something exciting. The OGs, Mason Conrad and Joey Marks. These guys, they're veterans, man. They're masters of the mat, you know. Got a lot of respect for them. They helped me out a lot, but they're looking to prove exactly who the hell they are, you know, and show exactly why they are the most experienced tag team in MCW right now. And, you know, they're going against Jack Valor and Eddie Grayson.
Ooh. I've been watching some of their stuff on this side. They've been pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. Jack Valor and Eddie Grayson, 2 hungry, up-and-coming young kids on the Midwest wrestling scene. Honestly, they've been venturing out all over beyond the Midwest. And those 2 kids always bring the energy. They always bring the action. You don't want to miss it. They're high-flying, hard-hitting action. And then you throw in the mix of risky business in there. And then just to top it all off, that match is going to be a triple threat tag team elimination match. So that is something that you guys will definitely want to get your butts in the seats for. You're going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss that, man.
When do doors open? When's the first bell?
Doors open at 6. First bell starts right at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Skydive Chicago Ottawa, Illinois.
Love hearing that. Next up, our women's match. We have Leslie Michelle taking on Regan Lydell. Leslie Michelle, she's making her debut. Am I correct?
Well, she's been with us.
Oh, my apologies.
On the first show, she was with us. She suffered from some injuries, though. Kind of put her on the shelf a little bit. Had her sitting on the sideline.
But was she not the one that attacked Regan after the match?
She did.
There
She did. It's been a long time since Leslie's been in MCW, and since she's healthy and able to get back in the ring, doctors have cleared her. She's got a chip on her shoulder, and the miraculous one, as she likes to call herself. So yeah, she's looking to change the dynamic of the women's division at MCW, and she loves just reminding people that she was the very first match in MCW history.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, so
That's something
people
to hang your head on.
Yeah, people kind of forgot about Leslie, and she's pretty upset about that. And she's very loudmouth. She's very energetic. So yeah, she's going to put the boots to the ass.
There we go.
To say
Well,
the
someone's got to
least.
be someone's got to be their own promotion. So
Yeah,
the best promoter. Moving on. Also, the 2 out of 3 falls match. White Meat taking on the Mutants. I recall White Meat wanted somebody else, but here we go. They got the Mutants once again. They can't get away from them.
Listen, Damian Saint's been working very, very hard, day in, day out, to give everybody an opportunity, a fair opportunity at that. Whether you like Damian Saint or you don't, he's always trying to give everybody the best opportunity possible. And unfortunately, White Meat has to wrestle the Mutants one more time in a 2 out of 3 falls tag match, though, as requested by the Mutants. Robbie and Stone, they take the shortcut.
Yeah, we saw that last time.
They take the shortcut, and they've done that twice now. And with FXB and Lizardman, they're pretty confident that they have their number. And with the support of the MCW fans, I think the Mutants might walk away with the victory.
That could be the case. We'll have to see. We'll see if any more dastardly plans by White Meat and if anything happens along that line. For the United States Championship, we have Rafael Quintero taking on J.J. Garrett.
Yeah. So Damian Saint has abruptly informed all of us at MCW. J.J. Garrett will unfortunately not be able to make it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. My apologies.
He has a personal family issue kind of going on, and we would just like to send our condolences on behalf of MCW. We hope to see you soon, JJ. JJ made his first appearance last December, and he did a very, very good job at just kind of entertaining the fans and leaving a good impression. And the fans really want to see JJ Garrett back in MCW.
Yeah.
So we hope to have that. Damian Saint has informed me that Rafael Quintero has issued an open challenge to anyone in the Midwest wrestling scene to come to MCW to challenge him for the United States Championship match. So, with that being said, you just don't know who might show up at Midwest Championship Wrestling. So,
Double D, you're not lacing up the boots. It's not happening, pal. Sorry.
not happening. I'm sorry.
No.
Man. Sorry.
Can't let that happen. So I told you, you're not lacing up the boots. No, you're not part of this open challenge. Sorry. Okay, there we go. He's working on it.
Not yet, man. I'm sorry.
But no, that's very unfortunate. JJ Garrett, very strong individual, strong young guy. So it's very unfortunate not to see him in that regard. But still, Rafael Quintero, glad to see. Still holding his end of the bargain, putting up the title in an open challenge. Hopefully that'll be nice to see anyone who shows up.
Listen, Rafael Quintero, the diamond in the rough.
Yes.
From nothing to something, Rafael Quintero. This guy is a true embodiment of hard work, dedication, passion, and charisma. He's himself, no matter where he goes, no matter who's in the audience. He's going to continue to impress and turn heads, and he's done absolutely that at MCW. No matter who he's in the ring with, he always gives it 110%, and that's just something that MCW loves to kind of reward guys like that with.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, Rafael Quintero, man, such a stud. Definitely going to be one of the biggest names in professional wrestling in years to come. So keep a very close eye on him.
He's a joy to watch.
Yes,
He's a joy to watch.
yes, very good dude.
In a triple threat match, we have Aris Creed, Ethan Everhart, and Eric Surge.
Yeah, the big hoss fight.
Ooh.
Yeah, big hoss fight. Eric Surge.
Are we going to hear some meat chants in this one?
I hope so.
There we go.
I hope so. You fans
Boys,
that are
here's
watching.
your assignment.
Yeah, you fans and, You know, get loud, get rowdy. This
Yes.
is your time at MCW to express yourselves. Get as loud as you need to. You can cheer, you can boo whoever you want. It's an open space.
It's the best part, being a fan, being loud and ruckus like that.
Yes.
I played the role of fan all the time. So it's so enjoyable.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
the best part.
You know, us as wrestlers, we kind of get caught up in the lifestyle and the work and stuff, and it's hard for us to kind of just sit back and kind of smell the roses sometimes. So it's very good to just kind of enjoy those moments, and that's what we try to provide at MCW for you fans, is a nice hour or two. No matter how long the show is, we like to just give everybody that chance to express themselves and just have a good time. So definitely get your tickets.
100%. For the MCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes.
I was glad to be able to interview both these guys, Axel Rico and Eric Schultz. Eric Schultz being the World Heavyweight Champion, defending it. How we looking there?
I'm kind of with the fans. You know, I kind of agree. I don't think Eric Schultz really earned that world championship. I think he kind of robbed Nasty Nick Nolan back then of the opportunity to not only get another shot at the championship, but to just rob him blindly from it and just not get another opportunity. You know, I know Nick Nolan is probably a little upset about that, and the fans, most definitely, knowing what that championship represents, knowing what Jimmy Smooth founded MCW on, those characteristics of Eric Schultz just don't align with the representation of champion at MCW, and the fans are very, very hot about that.
Well, yeah, as we know, Axel Rico let us know every time he walks out, he always looks at that picture of Jimmy Smooth up there. He always likes to dedicate a match to him as well. But Eric Schultz, he said he brought his briefcase. He says that he gets results. So we'll have to see if that happens on Friday.
You know, nice guys finish last in pro wrestling, unfortunately. And that's maybe something Eric Schultz probably is a little more wise on than some of us other ones. But Axel Rico, do not doubt this man. Axel Rico is a straight menace. He is a calculated striker when it comes to professional wrestling, and he is very, very smart. I would not be surprised to see Axel Rico maybe stoop to Eric Schultz's level.
Oh, wow.
Maybe try to burn him back with what Eric Schultz has been doing to everybody else, and maybe, I don't know, we might see a hold of the tights. I don't know. But it's up to the fans to decide who you guys want to represent Midwest Championship Wrestling.
Exactly right.
And again, get loud, get rowdy, cheer, boo, whoever you guys would like. This is a chance for you fans to let us know who you guys want to see at MCW. So very excited for that matchup, and it's definitely going to be a hard-hitting matchup. Axel Rico has, since his injury, has come back and gotten in the best shape that he's ever been in his life, and you can't really deny someone who has pure talent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we didn't agree on a ton last week, myself and Eric Schultz, but however, I did agree with him when he said, Axel Rico might be putting out his best work as of late. So
100%.
Again, like you said, not a ton of nice words, but somewhat right there. You again pull the carpet right underneath and said, "I'm going to take care of him anyways, no problem." But it is what it is. That's just
we'll see.
Yeah. Finally, in your match, street fight between yourself, A.M.B., and the Wildcard, Chris Mercer.
Yes, sir.
And if you just saw just the other day, Chris Mercer had some words for us, and I think we actually have it prepared. So, take it away, boys.
Do you think I have a choice? There is no choice. I can't sit around anymore and watch time pass me by. I'm getting older. I'm getting grayer. Opportunity is going right out the window. So I gotta do something about it. I gotta stop bitching. I gotta stop moaning. I gotta stop complaining. I gotta stop being jealous of this guy. I gotta stop being envious of this guy. And I gotta start paying attention to this guy. Time to get back on track. I'm gonna beat your ass. Make no mistake. I'm coming for everything that I lost in my time away, or are watching you be a success, and I love your success. I prayed for your success. I'm thankful for your success. But now's not the time to keep adding to your resume. Now is the time to start building mine. And it starts with you. That is the reason why I have been hot on your trail for much, much too long. Austin, I'm gonna beat you. And I'm gonna leave you right there in the middle of the ring with everyone else chanting A.M.B.
Well, Austin, you heard it here first. Right there, Chris the Wildcard Mercer. A lot to say there. A lot to unfold. Again, tickets available for the street fight. Anything to take away there? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you know what? I'm getting pretty sick and tired of this. You guys brought me out here to play this. I know exactly what you guys are doing. And Chris, the wild card Mercer, I know exactly what the hell you're trying to do. You're trying to get underneath my skin. You're trying to waste my time. I didn't come all the way out here to be made fun of and to be antagonized by you guys. What do we got? 8 people in this studio. All these cameras right here. Listen, I'm not going to sit back and let Chris the Wildcard Mercer do this no longer. You've been antagonizing me on social media. You've gone after my friends. You've gone after my family. You've gone after me. This is bigger than just you and I, Chris. This is about what Jimmy Smooth built at MCW. I am the embodiment of what pro wrestling is. Heart, desire, and passion. And I will be damned if I let you come back from some sorry-ass injury that I've said once before was a mistake and an accident. And you want to make this personal, Chris. You attack me on my birthday. You ruin my time with my friends and my family. This all comes to an end next Friday. You say you're going to leave me in the middle of that ring. Win, lose, or draw. I am sick of it. And you laughing back there, I am sick of you too. Win, lose, or draw, Chris. I don't care what camera I got to look at. Win, lose, or draw, whether I'm bleeding or you're laid on that mat or I'm standing over you. The result will be the same. You cannot kill A.M.B. Nobody in the Midwest wrestling scene can step on my level. And it is time that I take the opportunity that is given to me. Chris, I will see you on Friday. I want you to know that you will not see the same A.M.B. that you all have seen for the last 2 years. You've made this a fight, a literal fight. And I'm going to kick your ass on April 25th. And as for you guys, I'm trying to build something here. I'm trying to build a foundation off of what Jimmy Smooth sacrificed his entire life for, only to be made fun of and have my time wasted.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. We're not trying to make fun of you in any sort of way.
Chris, the wild card Mercer, I don't care where you're at. I don't care what you're doing. I need you to listen to me, and I need you to listen clear. Prepare all you want. Lift as much weights as you want, because this heart, this passion, this desire will not be put out by you. Nasty Nick Nolan couldn't do it. You sure as hell can't. That's my statement. Whether you guys want to buy tickets or not to come see some live pro wrestling show or to come see a literal fight, I promise you, day in, day out, when I step through that curtain, I give it everything that I have. Pro wrestling is my life. This is a lifestyle. To Chris, the Wildcard Mercer, this is just a fucking hobby. And I am sick of guys like Chris, the Wildcard Mercer, thinking they can make an example of me. to further their success. It's time I show the world what I am capable of. And it all starts at MCW Street Fight on April 25th. I'm done. I'm done with this.
Okay.
I'm done.
Again.
Done.
Well, apologize if you, like I said, didn't mean to come over here and make you feel like you were, enough said. Enough said right there. Apologies on that. On our end, if you made us feel that way. Guys, when we return, like I said, here to hear first. April 25th, Skydive Chicago, Ottawa, Illinois, MCW, from top to bottom, the street fight, the championship match, a triple threat, the United States, everything. Make sure you're there. Grab your tickets. When we come back, we'll gather ourselves, and we're talking WrestleMania. Thank you. We'll be back.
Man, are you still working out? It's like 1,000 degrees.
Intense heat is nothing. To get an intense workout, you gotta be intense.
Our friend here's getting an intense workout with the intense cool of his Hydrotech Cool Breeze shoes. Which brings your feet a cooling sensation that is the best on the market today. Can only be explained with one word.
Intense!
Whether you're working out hard or just taking a stroll, these shoes have got your back. Or I should say, your feet.
Aren't these shoes intense?
Maybe a little too intense, but there's no doubt they're cool.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work.
I've been drinking Coors since my college days. Cold draft taste, second to none.
Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right?
You know it, mother.
Hey, get those reports done.
Yeah.
No. You, sir.
Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Boss.
Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Bad Karma Wrestling, BK Dub. Apologies for anybody that was offended by any language.
Did you do?
I showed they posted that. I just showed them what they posted. I'm just trying to do our job, their job, our job.
Listen, I've watched A.M.B. a lot in the past month and a half, 2 months, and I'm just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, show up at Skydive Chicago. This is going to be a different A.M.B. that you are about to see in this street fight.
Unhinged.
I love it.
Came in, ready to roll, and then
You pissed them off.
I didn't say anything. That was all Chris. Chris, you
had to play.
You're killing
You
me.
had to poke the bear. You had to poke him.
I think that's my job. It's okay. Unbiased. All right. MCW,
If
Ottawa,
there is
Illinois.
one word that does not describe Nick No Gimmicks Johnston. It is not unbiased.
Well, in that regard, indie wrestling unbiasedness. MCW, Skydive Chicago, Ottawa, Illinois, April 25th, next Friday. You have a week. You have a week, guys. Exactly that. If you're just in for the championship match, but if you want to see a fight, you're going to see a fight.
I am extremely excited to call this match.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great.
Extremely excited to call this match.
Well, there we have it.
I just hope there aren't any, boards with nails. I'll just put that out there.
Maybe some fire, maybe some Lego pieces or something like that.
Lego pieces are fine.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, it still hurts the most, maybe. But here we go. Smooth transition now over to big night of wrestling coming up. We have tomorrow, night.
2 nights.
I guess 2 nights. One night's looking okay. One night's looking weak. So
weak, nothing.
We'll see how it is. Before we get to the card, any thoughts, questions, concerns about maybe some are saying the worst PR in WrestleMania history, maybe?
What do you mean by PR?
A lot of talks about, between Trump's comments, or between Triple H's Trump comments, Roman Reigns' Trump comments, everyone's going crazy with that. Nick Khan saying that they're the underdogs and they don't bench talent.
Is this not America?
No, it is.
Are we not allowed to voice our opinions,
I know, but
people?
they didn't. But they don't like it when stuff is the way that it is.
Don't care.
I know. It's just such a hairy situation. Having politics in wrestling. There's enough politics.
If you didn't think this was coming, you didn't pay attention to the pre-election stuff where the Undertaker actually had Trump on his podcast.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Wow, I didn't even see that. I thought
He and Kane endorsed Trump.
Oh, yeah. I knew that.
Hulk Hogan was at the Republican National Convention.
Oh, yeah. He did the whole thing, brother. He did the whole thing.
My best friend, brother. He's a racist like me, brother. Oh, I didn't say that. I apologize.
The funnier one, again, either way.
Slip of the tongue.
However, which way you fall on it, the funny one I did see was the T in OTC stands for tariffs. I thought that one was kind of funny. That one. I mean, again.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
But, yeah, somewhere, like I said, between that, the Nick Khan saying the whole thing about, shout out to the dad that's supporting AEW and all that. Yeah, it's been tough. It's been rough. So, between that, WrestleMania card underway, like I said, that's...
I think the WrestleMania card's just fine. There's enough great to make up for the...
I suppose. Yeah, give or take. Water finds its balance in every sort of way. But yeah, let's hit night one as it has been sorted out. Rumor has it that we're opening with the world title shot. We're opening with Gunther and Jey Uso.
You want to bookend the best 2 matches. Get it. Understand it. Love it.
Just super unfortunate that, I think back-to-back years, Gunther's going to job, and he's going to lose this title to Yeatlemania. So while my heart says I want Gunther to win, Jey Uso probably is going to get the dub. What are our thoughts?
Gunther shouldn't have touched Jimmy.
Oh, that's true.
Gunther, you don't touch Jimmy, Jay loses. Now you touch Jimmy. Now the family's involved. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Frankie knows what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. The chops. I mean, as far as the go home Raw.
Are you a Yeatalist?
Yeah, Yeat's all right, but his wrestling ain't that good.
One?
Yeah, it was good.
A Yeatalist.
There we go. See, that one's already copywritten. As far as the go home Raw show, I think Gunther gave a fiery promo. Not as fiery as A.M.B's, but it gave a great promo.
That was top 2 Gunther promos I've seen. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. That was straight to the point. Started off Raw. So he got everyone started off hot in that sense. Saw Jay later on. He gave his thing and he was about to say something. Dapped up Pat McAfee and then just started the music again. So that was classic Jay.
Jay's promo the week before was elite.
And some were saying that if it wasn't for the fans constantly trying to chant and do the yeet, if they just kind of quieted down, they would have probably made a little bit more of an impact. But if you do exactly that, if you actually listen to the promo, minus all the extra bells and whistles, it was a really good promo.
It was maybe best best promo I've seen him do singles-wise.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's up there, like I said.
I like it.
Jay probably going to go home with the win on this one. Gunther, unfortunately. He's going to make it, at the end of the day, he's going to make him look good. So, yeet indeed. It'll be a nice hot start to WrestleMania Night 1. From there, it hasn't really been told where we're going to go.
Here's a question. Does it get a bigger pop than Kofi Kingston's win?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I also can I just say this? I love a lot of the conspiracy theories that are going around.
Which are?
Jey Uso is actually part of Rock's new entourage, and he's going to sell his soul to The Rock to win the world title as well.
That could actually make it somewhat interesting again.
I'd
See
love
how that
it.
Goes.
No, he be yeet. He just said yeet to The Rock.
Yeah, yeah. Rock and Yeet connection.
Yeah.
Something like that. Going down the line, let's see. How about let's hit this one. El Grande Americano. Unfortunately, no Chad Gable on the card. El Grande Americano does make it. Taking on Rey Mysterio. No, not a mask versus mask, but definitely want to check underneath El Grande Americano's mask because he's been wearing a metal plate to get the job done. What are we thinking there?
Listen, here's the thing. It's already been leaked on the internet, so we might as well talk about it here.
Okay.
El Grande Americano is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, ladies and gentlemen.
Allegedly.
Listen, I've tried to tell you over and over again, it wasn't Chad Gable. Nobody wants to listen to me. It was leaked on the internet. It was all over Instagram.
Yeah.
It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and he looks good. Looks good for an almost 80-year-old man.
He's been putting in the work, apparently.
Unbelievably.
Got a new tattoo on the back of his neck.
Yeah.
I saw that. Very similar
He went
to
through
Gable's.
his midlife crisis after he lost the WWE.
That's true. At least he kept it on the back and didn't put it on like the side of his neck like
yeah,
Cody.
The neck
Tough
thing
look.
would have been bad.
Tough look.
What, Scotty?
I will say this, I don't know if I believe that leak. I believe the leak that it could be Amos. I mean, I could see that one a little bit more
not the worst guess. Not the worst guess.
He might want to say the name right first before
Omos, yeah.
Omos.
Omos, look, he's been in Noah, okay? I haven't seen him in a year.
We haven't. Yeah, I know. He's just been on the bench.
And now he's back in WWE and just not doing anything.
But they don't bench people.
I know they don't bench nobody. Natalia.
No,
Baron Corbin.
I honestly think to get down to the nitty gritty of it all, I think El Grande Americano takes the win here.
I do too. This hasn't been looking like, no writing on the wall of Rey Mysterio being like his farewell tour, because it would definitely be undermined underneath the John Cena one. So maybe good to wait a year or two on that one, Rey. I'm sure. I think he can hold out. But yeah, all signs are pointing in that direction. Again, with it not being a mask versus mask, anything like that.
That'd be awesome.
I know that would be the only way. But yeah, super unfortunate. Like I said, no Chad Gable, no David Otunga this year, no Omos at WrestleMania. No. Was it Steve? What was the jobber? What was the jobber that Randy?
No
Orton?
Iron Mike Sharp.
No Ricky, man.
Ricky. There
no
we go.
Ricky.
Just no Ricky. Unfortunately.
Absolute travesty that Ricky's not on
there's
this
no
card.
Ricky, unfortunately. But we're gonna have to just pick up the pieces and keep going.
No, I show speed.
As of now, we'll see how that goes. We'll see whether other influencers make their rounds in WrestleMania. Continuing on, Naomi versus Jade Cargill. If this is any longer than 30 seconds, I will be surprised. Jade Cargill should squash, and then that should just be that. That's it. As simple as that. No reason to
Kick to the face.
Yeah.
Powerbomb.
Yep.
Or
Call
no,
it a
it's the Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, basically. It's like a bicycle kick to get her and then knock her down, and then exactly that. It comes like
the jaded.
Yeah.
Is that what she calls it?
Yeah. I got nothing really much on that other than it should be 30 seconds.
Should be.
Yeah. Continuing on, men's tag team match. New Day taking on the War Raiders for the World Tag Team titles. Again, not really all too much here. Thought they were kind of building up other tag teams, but here we are with the War Raiders and the New Day.
That was something of great consternation over the week that I saw on the internet. That you've built up SmackDown's tag team division so much, and then you go with the Raw tag team for the WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Okay.
I not quite sure. I mean, I would love to see Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, that'd have been nice to see. Maybe a little DIY. That'd have been cool.
Maybe a fatal 4-way.
Yeah, that'd have been good. Even the
Yes, boys!
Yeah, that would have been fine too. That would have been good too. But all that, we get the New Day and the War Raiders, like I said. So we'll see how that goes. Some were saying maybe somewhere down the line, somehow maybe Big E makes his way into this matchup.
That's
not
why
into the match, but interferes in some way.
That's why I have the War Raiders winning, sir. That's my angle.
Okay.
That's our first surprise at WrestleManias.
Okay, that makes a sense.
That makes a sense.
That makes the sense.
Big E comes down and just does a spot.
Okay.
They try
nothing too
They try to
strenuous.
cheat, and maybe they're going to grab a chair, and Big E just comes out of the audience and snatches it from them. Something like that.
I like that. Yeah, something small. Some just exactly distract them, and then exactly War Raiders take advantage of it. I like that. Yeah, that could be the case. Either War Raiders retain. I got the New Day still winning it, but we'll see how it goes. I wasn't really.
By the way, can we talk
not
about
really
their new
sleep
song? Their new entrance song?
Sure.
Fantastic.
Okay, haven't heard it.
Fantastic.
Haven't heard it.
So good.
Okay, I'll have to take a listen.
Think Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
Where it went from upbeat to very dark.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
New Days used to be very upbeat. Now it's kind of dark.
Okay.
And I love it.
Man, this is blowing Scotty's mind.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you get a cup of coffee.
The New Day song convinced me to get rid of Def Rebel as who's making the music. That robotic, the New Day is awful.
It's amazing.
It's way worse than the last one.
That is the template of a Def Rebel song. It's just like,
but
either
once again, what's the exact opposite of over the top Big E?
I guess
monotone.
Yeah.
Death tone.
Oh, it sucks the life out of the arena when it plays.
It's
just like Legado del Fantasma.
It's not meant to make the people happy. They're not baby faces anymore,
for your
jackass.
entertainment.
It's just awful. It doesn't matter.
Scotty just wants pancakes thrown at him again.
Yes.
That's all he wants.
Yeah. Scotty looks like the kind of guy that likes pancakes in his face.
Oh man. Oh boy.
I don't like that. I don't like
I'll play
that.
it for you during the break, and you can make up your own mind.
Okay. Continuing on to the United States Championship match. LA Knight taking on Jacob Fatu. This is where my maybe even stolen valor, stolen bold prediction. I like what Scotty had of Jacob Fatu looking like he was about to get the win, and then out of nowhere, Solo Sikoa comes in and screws over Jacob Fatu. Yeah.
I love you, Jacob Fatu. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Solo comes out. Tonga comes out. Even Leo comes out.
Yeah, maybe Hickolo comes out finally.
He whips all their asses. And, goes where he's supposed to go. Away.
Wow.
Bye-bye. See you later, LA Knight.
I'm sorry, he goes to the main event.
Bye.
I'm sorry.
That's
Sorry.
crazy.
Go away.
I'll tell you, he's a 10-time better U.S. champ than Shinsuke Nakamura will ever be.
No.
That's
100%.
That's crazy. You're just not an LA Knight guy in any sort of way now.
Used to be.
Wow.
That's absolutely a
tough
travesty.
One. That's a tough one.
That is a travesty.
Even Nick, LA Knight guy.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that was a tough one. I'm leaning towards LA Knight. Like I said, I'm banking on the interference from Solo Sikoa. There's otherwise nothing. Jacob Fatu's going to look great. Hasn't had a singles matchup and a pay-per-view in I don't know how long. Probably ever at this point.
Look great.
He's going to look great.
Tongaloa coming back? Or no? The GOAT? Tongaloa coming back?
Yeah, the GOAT. Like I said, maybe Hickolo finally makes his debut. Continuing on, women's title match, Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair. Again, I think Sky said it best right before we went on. Death taxes and Charlotte Flair winning a championship right coming back from an injury. but you still think it's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time.
Any thoughts on the similar to the Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, like only getting shot from social media purposes from fans' point of view? Their brawl in the parking lot.
Listen, once again, like they're building this up. There's legitimate.
There's heat
for sure on both ends.
They went off script for sure.
But at the same time, like Charlotte looked like crap during that. She could not finish a sentence. She let the crowd get to her.
Yeah. I said it last week though. She did get a great save on Instagram or on Twitter when she was going. It was like I meant one thing. I didn't mean to say one thing. I want to take something back. She goes, I did not mean to call the Chicago crowd a very good crowd or whatever it was. That slipped. I didn't mean to compliment the crowd. Sorry, my apologies. I thought that was a good one.
I don't like her.
Fair enough.
I don't. This should have been a build up to maybe SummerSlam.
Okay.
Like, she hasn't been around for, a year and a half?
Yeah. Comes in,
and
breaks
she
down
comes
the door,
in and
wins the
Royal
Rumble.
Rumble right away when there's a multitude of girls that could have taken on Tiff for that title. Roxanne Perez comes to mind.
I suppose so, but that would have been just it would have been a much tougher
It would have been a
sell.
push a little too soon, too.
Yeah.
But, you have other people as well. You could have done, Natalia.
This could really, if going the right way, this could really elevate Tiffany Stratton to the point that you won't need a Charlotte Flair down the line.
You don't need a Charlotte Flair now. That women's division was doing
I
good.
kind of beg to differ.
No, I don't.
Anyone else in this kind of position, you really only have Rhea, Liv. You do need Becky back. Asuka would have been good too, and then
Rumor has it Asuka's bringing somebody back with her.
It'd been good. I saw that there's a rumor for who's the IC, the United States, the Women's United States. Tensai Nags? Yeah. I just saw that he's gone. A lot of people leave New Japan.
Yeah,
a lot of people leave New Japan
because they aren't willing to pay what what they want.
Yeah, kind of makes sense. But then like I said, the couple rumors to face the Women's United States champion. I saw Alexa up there, Alexa Bliss possibly.
Once again, I think they're waiting for her to save the Wyatt Six.
That's gonna be a lot. You're gonna need a lot of saving on that one.
I think she's the only one that can do it.
You're right. Yes, that's the correct answer on that one. But again, if gone the right way, I don't think they're gonna go that route. I think Charlotte Flair is gonna win this one. But if Tiffany does win, it'll be humongous.
I riot if Flair wins. I personally riot in my house. Throw Doritos all over the place.
Makes sense. All that buffalo chicken dip everywhere.
Yes, everywhere.
Finally,
death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair winning the title when she comes back.
Cup.
Yep.
Oh, coffee.
Yeah.
And she'll lose it on the Raw afterwards. Because that's what Charlotte Flair does.
That could be the case. Or no, it would be even better.
It's
to be like,
what she does. She loses her title belt in the most insignificant ways ever.
Oh yeah, I mean that. But didn't she lost
There were
to a
like
mo-
6
she
title
lost to a Money
changes
in the
on
Bank.
Raw alone within like a 3-month span.
Yeah, I think so. With just the women's title.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Charlotte, then Sasha, then Sasha lost it to Charlotte, then Charlotte lost it to Bayley, then Bayley lost it back to Charlotte, then Charlotte lost it back to Sasha, then Sasha lost it back to Charlotte.
Okay.
It was insanity.
I can see that. It can make sense. Then I think there was a Money in the Bank cash-in between, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
Yeah, something like that.
Where Nikki Cross won as the superhero.
Oh, that's right. Continuing on, main event in night 1, CM Punk, accompanied by Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Is this the most important triple threat in WrestleMania history, according to Seth Rollins, or was that the paraphrase? How exactly did he say it?
This is my second surprise of the night.
Okay, shoot.
You and I brought it up. Could this be where Paul Heyman turns on both Roman Reigns and CM Punk and aligns himself with Seth Rollins?
Oh man, yeah.
And it's just the ultimate bad dude turn.
That could be a nice touch. That could be a nice place because as of right now, Rollins is looking like the most consistent.
Paul never gets involved in the storyline.
No.
Ever.
And he's been the focal point after
And
these
Seth
last couple
went
weeks.
at him.
Yes. They're trying to make that the big point of, Rollins is like, is he actually going to follow up on my favor? I don't know. Of course, he's making up for the favor of CM Punk, accompanying him there. And then Roman is now, he mushed his face.
He mushed him.
Yeah, he mushed him up good.
Pie-faced him.
Yeah. Sent him to the ground. He says, I don't need to, why am I paying for your debts? I thought that was actually pretty solid promo from Roman Reigns.
Roman doesn't need help with his promos.
No, not anymore. I think that might
And once again, cueing it to, then why is Paul aligned with Roman now?
Yeah.
Why is he aligned with CM? CM can do his own thing. Seth's a great talker, but for the angle purposes, to have him align with Seth Rollins and turn on both of them at the same time,
that'd be solid. That'd be solid. And we all have Seth across the board like that. I mean, maybe for all those reasons up there, maybe for a bunch of different reasons, but yeah, I think Seth Rollins rightfully he needs this. He of all three of these guys needs it.
He's on a losing streak.
Yes, he needs a big one. So yeah, I think that's the route to go. Again, finally, the boyhood dream has come true. CM Punk gets a Disney, a Mickey Mouse main event.
Anyone who thinks this is Punk's last main event at WrestleMania is smoking a lot of weed.
Don't look at me.
Ironic.
I'm just, or as my beautiful girlfriend would say, they're smoking a lot of reefer.
Ah, yeah.
I looked at her when she said that, and I said, they haven't used that since the 1970s, right?
I was about to say, is she an 80s cop?
You got the reefer, and I went, oh my God, no, don't ever say that ever again. No, I just, if anyone thinks that this is Punk's last main event, listen, they could be lining this up for Cena Punk in WrestleMania next year. Wow. As Cena's last match.
That could be the case.
Nick, you want to include what I was telling you about last week?
Shoot it. Go for it.
I said Paul doesn't walk out with Seth because Seth just wants him out of the match. He walks out alone, leaves, goes on a little free agency tour. Who's his next guy? And he picks the guy who just lost the Intercontinental title, Braun Breaker.
No,
hey, hold on. Before you say what you're about to say, Braun Breaker doesn't need Paul Heyman. You know who else doesn't need Paul Heyman? CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Neither of them need him. CM Punk never needed Paul Heyman, but he's the original Paul Heyman guy.
The storyline is that he turns on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Still turning on both of them.
No, he's not.
He's just walking out on them.
If you want a true turn, he has to do something to Roman and to CM Punk. That is not a turn.
That is not helping them.
That is
a
walking away.
Yeah.
It'll be a spot where he has to pick between them and he doesn't choose either of them.
It won't be Breaker. I can guarantee you that. You know who I could see it being?
Go for it.
Malachi. Rusev.
Just one of the new guys that pop in.
One of the old AEW guys.
Sure, I suppose Malachi, he'll probably be the new face of whatever dark faction.
Or here's a thought: reform the Dangerous Alliance.
Who are all those?
Larry Zbyszko. I'm saying from like the old school.
Oh, okay.
Like Larry Zbyszko-esque, Arn Anderson. I think it was Brian Pillman.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see.
What?
Yeah.
He just goes, Frankie didn't really understand what you said, and he kind of just goes, they're all dead.
Arn Anderson very much alive.
Arn Anderson is very much alive.
They're all old. He thought you meant like actually bring them all back.
No, if I was going to go that route, I'd tell him to go get Hulk Hogan.
Larry Zbyszko is very much alive as well, I'm pretty sure.
Hulk Hogan.
Pretty sure all those guys you mentioned are pretty much alive.
By the way, quick suggestion for you if you haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Becoming a spectacle on Peacock about WrestleMania 9.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
I've seen the trailer, haven't watched it just
Phenomenal.
Yet. Good. Well, that's night one. Anything else? Any kind of final questions, comments, concerns on night one?
No,
show.
I like the way they've laid it out.
Yeah, I feel like
ending.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some reason as to why it's booked the way that it is. We'll have to see, but I would love to mix it around just a little bit more. Just get a couple other, because I feel like Sunday is just way more stacked compared to Saturday. But exactly that. You'll be the one to judge. Comment down below. Let us know.
I mean, Sunday's the main card, though.
Yeah.
This is to build, and it's a bridge story. It always has been. Night 1 into night 2.
Yeah, exactly. So. Night 1, something from night 1 will end up being a part of night 2. So we'll see how it goes. So when we return, gonna talk night 2 and all the matches down the line from there. Any other bold predictions when we come back? More Back Home Wrestling when we return.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work.
I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none.
Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right?
You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir.
Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. The boss.
Hey, sir. Go yourself.
You're fired! The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
And we back once again. Back Home Wrestling in the building. BK Dub, BK. Oh, is that the...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how much we can actually play with them. I don't want to. Okay. All right, cool. I don't immediately hate it. I don't love it.
See?
I'm sure it can grow on me if I kept listening to it. Back Home Wrestling in the building. Ready to talk night 2.
I listen, to me, it's the perfect anti-New Day.
Okay. Well, like I said, everyone kind of does harp on the Def Rebel. We know the template for Def Rebel songs. It's like they say their like team slogan or whatever what would be, and then goes into some beat. So that's that's essentially a Def Rebel song. We're not here to talk Def Rebel. Let's talk Night 2 Mania, going around the horn. Let's see. With no Kevin Owens, Randy Orton has a mystery opponent.
By the way,
number of names. Well, what are we thinking?
By the way, just first off, to whoever that fan was that said said something to KO as he was walking out after he made that announcement, Screw you. You're the
Scum.
scum of the earth. Scumbag.
Stay classy, Chicago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was
And
a
you
tough
knew
look.
it had to be something bad because KO did a complete 180 and
I
walked
think when
right back.
we did our John Boy, our lip reading. So someone I think said you might be faking it. He came closer. Oh, all the way around. Okay, so yeah, you still suck. Turned into that. Kevin Owens came up in front of him, and then he's like, "Oh, you're probably faking it," which is crazy to say. That's just beyond crazy. No one even for storyline fakes a neck injury anymore. Like that's just kind of very distasteful. So, yeah. So a couple of names being tossed around. The biggest one as of late with the most heat has been Rusev possibly making his way onto the card right away. Or, yeah, exactly right, Rusev, not Miro, Rusev. But I've also saw rumors and speculation of, since he RKO'd him, why not Nick Aldis?
I love the Nick Aldis angle.
Yeah.
I love the Nick Aldis angle.
It'd be very similar to, how Nigel McGuinness came back at All In.
And you give Aldis his WrestleMania moment.
Exactly right. Exactly right. That wouldn't be the worst part. Doesn't have to go crazy long and then still put Randy Orton over.
And I don't think Aldis is injured in any way, shape, or form. I just think he
can probably go.
He isn't. He just doesn't. He doesn't want to go any longer.
Yeah, exactly.
He was the NWA champion for
Like a year
17 million years.
Yeah.
No, not even close.
Probably of like the modern day. No, EC3 only had it for like 6 months. I know. It's so tough.
Why do the newbies talk?
This is the real show back here. We have the real show back here.
The real show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David, I will ask you this.
NWA, their greatest champion is EC3.
Mr. Fuji, best manager. David, you want to put any stock in maybe an NXT call up for like a mystery opponent or anything like that?
I have not heard anything about a call up from NXT. I've heard the three. It's either Rusev, Malachi Black, or
Nick Aldis.
What about Solo? That's the one they advertised from last week. I thought
that
it was
would
like
be
a
a disappointer,
but
that would be disappointing.
that's how I felt too.
Yeah, I think I got another disappointment one. If you just wait for Randy Orton coming out and then all you hear is Braun! Yeah, I know. But again, that speaking of big guys, almost again that would have been not be the worst. It wouldn't make much sense, but it could be almost. What do you got? Another one?
McAfee.
Okay,
That'd be fun.
that would just be for fun.
If you want to go
But
off
Randy
of last
needs a win.
WrestleMania, where's your spot with maybe like a Las Vegas Raider? So because you had the Eagles come out
Or you
last
have
year.
Max Crosby come out.
Max Crosby, Randy Orton.
I don't think Randy Orton wants to go face to face with Max Crosby.
Because
There's a part of me that I don't think Crosby would realize that it's staged.
The pop that he would get if Randy Orton RKO'd. If Randy Orton RKO'd Aiden O'Connell in the middle of the ring, that would get Vegas
Gardner
pop.
Minshew.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Now that
Devontae Adams. No, I think it's one of the three though. I think it's Rusev, and I have heard that there are no plans to bring Drama King back though.
Oh, okay, that's unfortunate.
It's a little sad. But.
Yeah. Well, you still got TNA. He's still calling TNA matches. So.
Which I think he's a great color guy.
Yeah,
I think he's
definitely.
a fantastic color guy.
Him and they're pretty solid down there.
Yeah, by the way, TNA's reaching.
Yeah.
Did you see who answered Moose's open challenge?
No. Yeah, I saw Unbreakable was
Reggie.
Reggie? Oh. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, not good.
Well, Sammy Callahan and Warner Mercer, that street fight, that barbed wire massacre, that looked pretty brutal. I saw a couple spots from that.
Somebody came in to save him too.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Who was that?
Oh, I forget.
Okay.
That's how much. I'm sorry. Like, I read it. And it was like, meh, oh, cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Love it. Moving on.
Wasn't one where I was like, holy crap.
Speaking of TNA, former TNA legend AJ Styles taking on Logan Paul. And like we mentioned, probably the most frustrating finisher because we didn't think of it first, that Impulverizer. But man, oh man, this is gonna be this ought to look good. This ought to be fun. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. If Styles jobs, I will be very upset. But I think that's gonna be the case. That has to be the thing.
Logan cheats to win, like he always does at these big events. So why would it be any bigger surprise? Unless
Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are no longer with the WWE anymore. So,
but there's 3 former leaders there.
That is true.
And Tama.
That is true. That is very true.
And Alulu.
Yeah.
Uduku. Harukatabukutu.
Well, again, yeah, my heart said AJ. I'm pretty sure my head says Logan.
It's Logan.
However, if history kind of shows itself in the past, Logan did kind of go over on Raw, the Go Home Raw. He looked flip side when it comes Mania time.
I'm just going to say this.
So we'll see.
I think AJ's got maybe 2 years left on his deal. AJ Styles to AEW.
Please.
AJ Styles to AEW.
Just for one go round to get a couple more.
Good 2-3 year run in AEW. You become the champ in every single company you've ever been in. I think he might be the first to do that too.
David,
the four major wrestling companies in the world, New Japan.
And on top of it, if you want to, even when it was TNA NWA, he did win the NWA World title. He won the TNA World Heavyweight title, WWE World title.
I don't know if there's another wrestler that can lay claim to that.
No, I don't believe so.
Nick,
Jeff Hardy?
Fact check me real quick. I believe he's 48 years old. He recently did an interview with Chris Van Vliet saying he does not want to wrestle past his 50th birthday.
Every wrestler says they want to stop at a certain age.
AJ's in the best shape
He's
he's
47.
ever been in.
He's 47.
And I think he's got 2 years left. So if he did like a
said that he'd
2-3
like
year
to
run,
announce his retirement on his 50th birthday.
I think if he did a 2 to 3 year run, he'd be okay leaving at 51, 52.
I think so. Go out on top like that. Have a
Go
bunch
wrestle
of
with his
great
buddies.
matches. Yeah, him and
just
Omega,
have some fun.
him and Okada, maybe him and Danielson again.
I'd love to see Style Clash versus Style Clash, Ospreay.
That
Styles.
ought to be good.
Just saying.
There we go. There we have it. Watch out for that metal plate in that hand there, Styles. Continuing on, another street fight, not just going on next Friday, but going on this Sunday as well. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, again, talk about a guy who needs a win. McIntyre needs this. McIntyre needs this so bad.
They are trying too damn hard to try and get Priest to look like a badass.
I know.
They are pushing this badass.
Even to the point where he's opening for, he's not opening, but he's introducing Slayer at a concert. He's gonna be opening up for him.
Well, I mean,
that is pretty cool. It's badass.
Priest is a metalhead.
Yeah. Well, his finisher's called South of Heaven, so that's a Slayer song.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it. We all get it. Damian Priest is badass. Just let him go out there and do that. He doesn't need to be choke slamming people into windshields. By the way, the glass,
real glass.
The glass in the eye thing. What are we, John Moxley?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, again, but CM Punk didn't stick his nose in that one.
Yeah.
Like I said, McIntyre, if anyone needs a win, probably is Rollins, but definitely is Drew McIntyre.
Drews across the board, that means Priest gets over.
I think so. Is there a BKW? Is there any sort of curse that we have going on when we have a? I don't think so either. We have to go back and.
That's about it.
Yeah. What old faction did I ask for?
Bring back whatever old 80s one you just brought up.
What? Like, do they not get sarcasm?
No, not at all.
White Six curse.
It happened last week too, right over Scotty's. I forgot what I said.
Over Scotty's head.
Zoom. Gone. Continuing on. Like I said, Drew McIntyre needs that dub. Women's tag titles. Judgment Day of Alexa Bliss and Raquel Rodriguez, excuse me. Taking on Bayley and Lyra Valkyrie. Huh? Oh, thank you. Didn't care then, don't care now. She's going to lose, and it'll be Judgment Day.
I love it. Yes.
It's just
somebody else who's like, yeah. It doesn't have to be. All it takes is one team to come together. Just one.
And you're thinking that is
Nikki Sixx and Alexa
I
Bliss.
kind of had that. Yeah, I had a feeling you would say that, and I do agree. Yeah,
that makes the tag division legit.
100%. Yeah, I'm not.
Although you do have some good tag teams down in NXT.
Yeah, I think that could be the case. Bring up Sol Roca. Like I said, I need that autograph card that I pulled to go up in value. So keep going. She won the Speed Championship already. She already won the Speed title.
She already won the Speed title.
So that
which is
she's not winning the women's or the American title.
Bump that auto value up. That auto value goes up every single
Sol
time.
Roca will be
Cha-ching.
Sol Roca will be a main roster champion within 2 years.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
She's innovative. She's got a great finisher. By the way,
fun to watch.
Real quick before we get going, before I forget.
Okay.
Did you see the finisher from the girl in LFG?
Oh, the one that Undertaker popped
Yeah.
for? Yeah. That was it. Yeah, that was interesting. She's, boy, oh boy, she's tough to look at, but man, that
wasn't gonna go there.
That finisher is good. That's
Nick.
It is what it is, man. That's kind of. Well, it isn't.
Nick.
Oh well.
It's what's on the inside.
I'm sure she's a great performer. Man, that's tough. That's tough to sell.
Did you just good personality a wrestler?
Nick, I gotta agree with you, man. I mean, it's pretty bad.
No talk.
What?
No talk.
We could. I mean,
it's true.
We could put a mask. Like,
That's
can
it.
Can we get a mask?
We're gonna call.
Got a Grande
We're gonna call
Americano
Frankie's
mask?
girlfriend right now.
Okay. Uh-oh. Live. Bad Karma Wrestling. Taking your phone calls. For the women's world title, triple threat. This is actually opening according to WWE.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I am too. Io Sky going up against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair for the title. I have Io retaining.
Really?
Io retaining. Yeah, I do.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, she's been the I guess the second thought in this entire thing.
The butt of the joke.
Exactly, getting mushed in the face twice. Then that turns into the springboard the drop kick. That looks very good.
The drop kick was really good, and
Yeah.
you heard the smack.
Yeah, it looked like Rhea Ripley had whiplash after that one. That one messed her up good. But yeah, so far, like I mentioned, with her being the afterthought in this whole triple threat, kind of sets her up for probably retaining the title. And then I just loved Adam Pearce announcing that Rhea Ripley, still a part of the Judgment Day on Raw, hasn't been a part of the Judgment Day in a couple months there, Adam.
I love that Michael Cole and I love that Michael Cole and Pat McAfee threw him under the bus.
Oh yeah,
too.
rightfully so.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Just straight under the bus. Whoop.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I actually enjoy Adam
That's a tough
Pearce.
save.
He's garbage.
How is he garbage?
In that case, he's doing his job. He's doing it just right. It's not supposed to be a favorable manager. It never has with that character.
GMs aren't supposed to be liked.
Yeah, no, that's been always the case. That's always been the thing. Yeah, I mean, besides what? I mean, I'm rewatching old Raws. I'm watching Mick Foley as the commissioner. That was fun. But of course, he wasn't really the commissioner. It was just for storyline. So, like I said, that should be good. That'll be another solid way to start off the day. So two solid bangers, both night 1, night 2 to start us off. We'll see where this one lands. This one might be the show stealer of the entire week. We'll see how they book it, how they run it. For the IC title, Braun Breaker taking on Penta, Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor. I think we got Dirty Dom going home with this one.
You damn right we got Dirty Dom.
Yeah, Dom's
Son
across
of
the board.
a bitch.
Dom's across the board. Dom's across the board. This is going to be so much fun. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. A lot of people are going to look really great. I mean, Braun
You
Breaker's
cups of
gonna look
coffee
amazing.
back there, you marks, aren't supposed to pick Dominic.
Bro, I've
Why
been
is
saying
that?
Dominic should win the Intercontinental title for like 3 months now.
He's got you there.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure there's probably some proof.
How's he gonna win it?
Blow.
No.
Well, he's gonna pin Finn.
He's
gonna
pinning
pin Finn. Whether it's clean or not, it probably how we were kind of putting it. I think it's
Liv?
gonna be Braun spears Finn. Braun tosses out Braun. Penta or someone takes him out as well simultaneously, and then Dom gets the dirty win like that. I also, if we're gonna add bold predictions, if Carlito and anybody else from the Judgment Day get involved in this match, maybe this is how Rey Fenix gets involved and helps out Penta. They have their little like, "What are you doing here?" type moment. What are you doing here?
I know
Yeah,
you.
then they do a spot, and then sure enough, it'll be he won't win necessarily Penta.
Can I say that Ray's actually looked better than Penta?
Oh yeah, he has been. Yeah, Ray looked better than Penta even in AEW.
If you can stay healthy, Ray, you are going to be a bona fide superstar.
Yes. Again, if you go back in the early days, the first year or two of AEW, when JR still kind of had his sanity a little bit, you hear he constantly pushes Ray over. Constantly. Don't act like he's not there. Like, he's there, but he's not. Like, the light's on, but I don't know if anyone's home at this point.
Can I ask you guys a question? Is there obviously we all picked Dom, but is there a wrong winner here?
No.
100%.
Who is it?
Finn.
Really?
Finn is your wrong winner? Bro, that's terrible.
No.
Everyone wants to see Finn win.
Everyone wants to see
No
Finn.
one wants to see Finn with the IC title.
What? Yeah, I guess, but...
What?
Everybody wants to see Finn with
Any
the
belt.
world title.
Yes,
If Finn won the speed belt, they'd be happy.
No, that'd
No.
be bad.
Everybody wants to see Finn with the world title. They don't want to see... He's had the IC title. He's had the US title. They want him to get back to main event Finn.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
We
Could
wanna
be your
see-
first. That could be your first feud.
We want New Japan Finn back. That's all we want.
I need Demon Finn.
I know. That's true, too. Very true. That again, I think that'll be the steal.
I
show steal of the week.
think it's Liv Morgan who interferes, hits Finn with like a foreign object.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because they've been kind of jabbering like who's the head of the Judgment Day, and that could be the deciding factor. That's a good point too. Very good point.
And then Dom brings in whoever he was wanting to bring in.
Yeah, that could be the case. Oh yeah, because again, Dom's been kind of throwing out names too of who to bring in. We'll see how that goes. Again, it could be Malachi. Could be Malachi Black when he returns. Finally, in the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Cody Rhodes, is he the savior of WWE, trying to hold it on to the belt and making sure that John Cena doesn't make history for number 17? How are we thinking? What are we feeling?
You're not going to see it because Cena's going to win.
Oh, wow. Yep. We're split over here. Who thinks Cody Rhodes? You got Cody.
Oh, look at Fanboy.
No,
look
it's
at
honestly
Fanboy.
just because of the last
I
promo.
like it.
I said
The
it
last
yesterday.
promo,
We had
that's
a
it
chat
for me.
back and forth. I told him the Fed's got him wrapped around his finger. He doesn't even know it.
Bro,
he has no idea.
no.
He has no
this
idea.
This guy over here told me last night that Ricochet turning heel is better than John
I
Cena.
shared a tweet from somebody else, and I said this actually has some legs to it.
It does.
It has some legs to it because Ricochet.
Let me put it to you this way. John Cena's initial heel turn, better than Ricochet's initial heel turn.
Yes.
But as it's gone...
The moment, yes.
As it's gone on, Ricochet's heel turn has...
The turn itself, yes. Sit down and listen for 2 seconds instead of trying to put on a bit. Ricochet, yes, the turn itself
you have
was
to
big.
listen.
The turn itself was absolutely humongous. That moment will go down in history, of course. But Ricochet actually coming in week in and week out, putting together promos, stringing together great promos and great matches, has put it together that he is actually a better heel, is a better heel turn than John Cena, who, again, you can call him, part-timer,
Has kind of lost steam.
Lost a
as
little,
heel
lost a little
steam.
velocity on that fastball. And again, a guy that's there week in and week out, and you can say part-timer. Shouldn't be part-timer when it's, WrestleMania, only the biggest wrestling show in the world.
He'll be there tonight. Calm down.
Cena broke the internet, dude.
Everyone has broken the... So did Logan Paul.
Initial heel turn.
Yes.
Okay. still. If
Once
Cena goes
again,
out
no,
there, he
no,
gets
you're
more
not.
heat
You're
than
not
Ricochet.
listening.
Still now.
No.
Yes.
It has lost steam.
No, I guarantee you, it still says John Cena sucks. John Cena is still more.
They were doing that before he turned heel.
Yeah.
No, well, like I'm saying, like it's more of a pop.
That's not an
It's more
argument
of a
there.
pop.
What we are saying is, as the heel turn has happened, John Cena's has declined, and Ricochet's has sped up.
Yeah. And again, I wasn't, when we were having that argument back and forth, I wasn't the one to bring up AEW in any sort of way. I was just solely talking about WWE. I said that was a complete separate message. And then we started talking about Mania, and then you brought up Ricochet again. So let the record show that.
Let the record show.
Exactly. So just want to let the people know.
This has the possibility.
Airing out dirty laundry.
I've said this once and I'll say it again. This has the possibility of Hogan Rock.
Okay.
In 18, where you could have a simultaneous flip.
That could be the case where, at the very end,
have 2 turns in one match.
at the very end, you heard people cheering for Cena, and that was kind of what a tough look would be. And honestly, I said what I said the other week about Cena not being at Chicago. I think that's what WWE would have feared. They would have actually feared Chicago crowd cheering for Cena finally when they're trying to bring home the point that Cena's the heel.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the worst fear.
Although I don't know, once again, I don't know if that ever happens in Chicago.
No, I don't think so.
He's like the most hated individual wrestler I've ever seen.
I think so.
In Chicago wrestling.
Too many smart marks in the crowd. But again, I haven't personally been to a WWE show in a long time. I haven't seen like the actual atmosphere in a minute. I don't think it's the chain. I don't think it's the same.
Corporate, blah,
I know.
blah, blah.
It's a lot of kids. It's a lot of kids in the crowd. Can't get a lot of those "you suck" chants going anymore because all their mothers are just closing their kids' ears. Yeah, assaulted Cody Rhodes. See? Yeah.
My uncle in the back was like, yeah, Rocky.
Was just at the Wolves game the other week, and we walked past, and I tapped my brother on the shoulder, and I'm like, you know what happened here, right? And he goes, what? I'm like, Cody Rhodes, or The Rock assaulted Cody Rhodes right here in that little in that little area that we were at. Yeah. So, yeah, there we go. Cody Rhodes, John Cena. Do we think we see The Rock and Travis Scott get involved?
Travis Scott's definitely going to be there.
Travis Scott merch is up there available. So
The Rock is speculated right now. There is speculation.
Okay.
That he will be there. And if that happens, it'll innately take it to the next level.
I feel like it's going to take away from it because they haven't been there.
Do you want
it's going to leave people with a sour taste in their mouths. Do you want this to be a clean match? Not necessarily. I don't know what I want it to be.
It depends on what John Cena shows up.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, if it's John versus, like, Kevin Owens John, let's go.
Yeah. Are we going to get, like, a heel working Cena, or are we just going to see the regular Cena we have been in there with, like...
That's heel Cena.
Okay.
8 moves Cena.
I mean, he said he's going to
rule. What did you just
wrestling.
say? What to?
Did you see John Cena's Instagram today?
He has 8 set moves.
We've been doing a show, Scotty.
Ready for this? Ready? Stone Cold see you Sunday with a picture of Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah. He's being inducted into the Hall of Fame. What in anybody's right frame of mind?
See you Sunday.
That was a good rock.
If you... I can do a rock impersonation. If you are a true wrestling fan, the moment they made Stone Cold and Bret Hart and induct that match, an inductee into the Hall of Fame.
Gave him a green light to come in, yeah.
You'd be asinine not to realize that Stone Cold's going to show up.
I was about to hear, otherwise you hear... You hear the guitar riff of Bret Hart come out.
Stone Cold versus Randy Orton?
I mean, nothing will be...
He is a legend killer.
You will get no bigger reaction other than hearing that glass crash and break. That's yeah.
Well, and think about it. If The Rock does show up on Sunday, who's his biggest rival?
Yeah, exactly right. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. But then again, like I said, the only thing he fears is the Undertaker. So we'll see how that goes. So any other final thoughts, questions, concerns? Like I said, we'll be doing come Monday. We'll have our special Monday episode to recap everything under the sun that happened under WrestleMania weekend.
18 hours of live coverage of WrestleMania.
It's gonna be like Red Zone. 18 hours of commercial free.
I'm going to be busy
a ton of commercials
Saturday morning, but other than that,
yeah.
How am I going to watch Stand and Deliver? I got to.
You mean Rampage? What? NXT Rampage? What? Am I wrong? No.
Yeah, there's going to be some good matches.
Yeah, I'm sure. NXT likes to show out. They'll be fine. I always feel like those NXT guys, right, especially at Mania weekend, they always have some sort of small chip on their shoulder to go out there and be the best wrestling that weekend, especially in NXT.
If Roxanne Perez is on Stand and Deliver, it's her last match in NXT.
Okay,
She will be permanently
they'll give her a standing O
on main roster.
Hope so. That'd be good.
So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this might be Trick's last show for NXT.
That could be the case. Like I said, we're always looking forward to that.
Please God, let it be Oba's last match in NXT.
Yeah, we'll sit there and maybe predict what we're going to see on Raw
Shut
after
your
Mania.
K-Cole. Obafemi is going to, I'm going to call it right now, Obafemi will be bigger than Braun Breaker.
Wow. That could be the case. Well, there you have it. Raw, WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2. We'll be there Saturday and Sunday night to watch. Like I said, I'll probably be live tweeting off of it, off the Bad Karma page. We'll see we'll get some reactions.
Do it.
So we'll go ahead and go from there. So then when we come back, talking a little Scotty's World.
Oh, good guy.
Talking a little Scotty's World. We got some WrestleMania greatest matches to recap, and then a couple other things to tighten the screws on over the past weekend. So when we return, Scotty's World, BK Dub. When we return.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed Naked Clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Junie Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat.
And welcome back. Bad Karma Wrestling, BK Dub. Oh, yeah. Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestling show. Live from Illinois Media School. Wrapping up here. Just Talk Mania, night 1, night 2. Thank you again, A.M.B. Austin, for coming in for a little fiery promo. Again, apologies.
You pissed him off!
I thought I was doing my job. I'll leave it at that. Ottawa, Illinois, Skydive Chicago for MCW. Join us there for the street fight between A.M.B. and Chris the Wildcard Mercer.
What did Bobby Heenan used to call himself? Professional wrestling journalist or something like that?
Something like that.
Is that what you were doing? You were being a professional wrestling journalist?
I'm trying.
No, he was turning into Tony Schiavone. Come on now.
No, don't you dare. Yeah, I know. Over there. I got Michael Cole over there.
You mean Taz?
Nah.
No, he doesn't have the skills of Taz.
Nah, not even close. He couldn't write the notes for Taz for his commentary.
He's the dude in the back that they always make fun of.
Yeah. Oh God.
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
Oh, the bald one?
No.
Oh my goodness.
No, the guy that gets the scoops.
Oh, okay.
On AEW.
Mario? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's annoying. No, not the ponytail.
You know who Scotty is?
No, you think RJ City? No. I actually like
David,
RJ City.
you're on thin ice right now.
He's the baby oil guy from back in the
That's
day.
insane to say right now. That is insane.
One of Omega's friend,
no.
yeah?
No, the one from WWE.
Oh, no.
That used to do the baby oil rubbing on himself.
Oh! Yo, that is crazy in the landscape of the world that we have right now. That is absolutely insane that you'd call me that. That's insane. Let's move on to Scottish World.
I forget what his name was. I want to say Baby Oil Bob or something.
That's something like that. He's definitely giving some Jonathan Coachman vibes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't look that up.
Do not look that up.
You might go on a list if you look that up.
That's a risky Google search right now. That's some risky business.
But before we do that, let's go ahead. Before we get into Scotty's World, got a couple of housekeeping things to get to. A couple of AEW notes, a couple other things here and there. Some cool collectibles, some WWE top stuff to get to as well.
I'm not a collectibles guy.
Yeah, but this
But
one
I know
actually,
you are.
Yeah, this one actually is pretty cool. So they're gonna be doing some 1-of-1 patches coming soon. So there's gonna be 1-of-1 WrestleMania patches on the superstars' attire, their clothing. Then they'll just chop that up later, put it in the card. Like I said, 1-of-1, so it'll probably be like a CM Punk 1-of-1, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, all that sort of stuff. Someone actually did find the 1-of-1 Cena, Rock, and Travis Scott the other day. Someone did pull that, so lucky for them. And then same thing with the debut patches. I thought that's actually going to be pretty cool too. So upcoming NXT people going to be making their Raw or SmackDown debut. Maybe even again like Rey Fenix probably had it or Penta. Going to have a little debut patch on the side of their clothing. So I thought that was pretty cool. Again, being a collectible guy, go search out for those tops. I know it's going to be super expensive, but maybe be lucky enough to find it in retail boxes. Highly doubt it though, but. We'll see how it goes. I think that's actually pretty cool. But going ahead, quickly hitting some AEW news and notes. This past Dynamite was bonkers. That was insane to watch. Even Collision was awesome to see as well. Fiery crowd. Loved the environment. Takeshita and Will Ospreay was great. Athena and Mercedes Moné was great. The Hurt Syndicate match was okay, but the aftermath with MJF was the best part of it for sure. Any other just big takeaways from AEW this past week?
Josh
Alexander debut.
Underwhelming.
Okay.
I mean, they had a decent match.
Yeah, decent match. Interesting to see how he goes with this Don Callis family, growing ever so much. Now Rocky Romero in the Don Callis family, Trent Beretta,
Oh, I'm so
Kyle
glad
Fletcher,
Trent's
Takeshi.
back.
Yeah, that was fun to see. Pulling over on Ishii. Yeah. It just says big fat oily guy. That's literally what it says.
Why are we doing this? Bro's not even involved with the show anymore. He's looking up big oil guy.
He's helping out.
No, not X-rated at all.
No?
Nope, it's a GIF.
Yeah.
I listen, AEW right now, by the way,
Passing WCW with the Nitro. That was fun to watch.
love what they're doing with FTR.
Yes. I like that.
The apology letter is freaking hilarious.
That was great. Again, almost just short of attacking Shivani. Someone comes in with the save, and then I was
Nigel.
Oh yeah, Nigel McGuinness coming in with the save. I was actually comparing it to, you ever see the South Park episode when BP the oil spill and he's just like, "We're sorry." I kind of compared it to that's how Dax Harwood's kind of treating. He's like, "Sorry,
Yeah.
we're sorry, we didn't mean to."
Once again, an oil reference. in
Yeah,
this segment.
there you
Nice.
go. Exactly right. Yeah, exactly. We're almost out of that on that one. Yeah, that's been fun to watch. Okada's little back and forth with Hangman too. That was fun to see. But overall,
What'd you say?
yeah. But at the end of it, kind of make again water finding its balance. Pac injured, so in comes John Moxley to step in. Hook written off. I don't think he was confirmed there was no concussion, but I'm sure probably in concussion protocol to a certain extent.
Stomach.
Yes, yeah, okay.
They said him puking in the ring was due to him actually hitting that chair with his stomach.
Oh, okay. All right, I could see that could be the case for sure.
So I'm sure there are maybe some bruised ribs.
Yeah, some intestinal.
Maybe a bruised sternum, possibly.
Yeah,
bruised diaphragm.
That could do. Oh, that could definitely do it. That hurts. Definitely been in that realm. I got slammed one time, and bruised ribs, all of it. When it hurts to breathe, it's kind of a bad
my
sign.
pancreas.
Yeah, exactly right. But ending the Dynamite that surpasses Nitro for most consecutive wrestling matches on the TNT broadcast, the Turner Broadcaster Network, ends with a celebration in the ring with the whole locker room coming out. I thought it was a nice touch. I thought it was nice for that again, and that builds up for weeks and weeks and months now of John Moxley going over with that the stranglehold with the headlock, and he gets it himself. He gets into Kimura. Out he goes.
Interesting that Samoa Joe puts him out.
Yeah, that too. And then he challenges him on a Collision the next night, so he'll be him. So it'll be him and Samoa Joe at looking like for All or Nothing.
I don't know. I don't know what it is with the new Claudio though. Once again, too angry too soon.
Okay.
Ripping apart the desk, kicking stuff like, oh well, sayonara. Like, be that cool, calm, collected, scary dude.
That could be the case. Wrapping up really quick, I just also thought it was funny on Collision the next night. Nick, great job. Why am I blanking on the last name? Nick Wayne, of course. Yes, Nick Wayne getting the dub, going home with the TV Ring of Honor TV World title. But the highlight was, of course, the "Who's hot, Nick's mom? Who's hot, Nick's mom?" chant. Tough look. Yeah, just straight up. Just blatant, just straight up. The Boston crowd, not very much for subtlety.
They like their MILFs.
Yes, they sure do. They sure do. But there you have it. Hot crowd in Boston. Solid week for Dynamite. Solid Collision as well. And a bunch of other show announcements, but I think this was the bigger one of them. Grand Slam going to happen in Mexico this year. There's going to be a Grand Slam Mexico match event June 18th. That's going to be fun. Maybe I get my passport and head on down.
Don't know how I feel about that.
It's going to be mucha lucha.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mucho lucha.
Not sure I like that.
Again, it might be a tough sell here at in the States. Might not be the most watched AEW Grand Slam, but like I said, it'll be a nice partnership match.
Beast Mortos better get over.
Oh, yes. If he should, they should have like a 30-man rumble, and he should win it. And he should eliminate
whoever
everyone.
the champion is.
Yes, exactly right. The Beast Mortos, you're the man. Finally, here we go. We're actually entering into Scotty's world. I got the blue folder right here to hold us out. The WWE and their YouTube page dropped the 50 greatest WrestleMania matches in WrestleMania history. Did you see any of them? Did you see the list at all?
No.
Okay, well, here we are. We have it all right in front of me.
I saw the
top to bottom.
The Barstool guy made one, and I thought his list was absolutely asinine.
Oh, yeah, the most recent draft that they just had? The tag team draft?
No, I saw him do his greatest WrestleMania matches list, and
I didn't see.
I was like, travesty. One of the guys from Barstool.
Was it okay with Barstool Chicago or just Barstool in general?
I believe it was Barstool in general.
Okay. All right, I'll have to
it's the old Southern dude.
Oh, Brandon Walker.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did his top list. Okay.
Yeah. Not a good list, dude.
We'll have to see. Yeah, his takes are tough. Yeah, I like how he kind of produces himself and comes across on talk shows, but his takes sometimes are a little tough. But I did see the best tag team draft that Barstool Chicago had, and boy, oh boy, our boy Frankie would have done well probably. Number one overall pick was the New Age Outlaws. Kane and X-Pac actually went. The Road Warriors went in the second round. Yeah. I wouldn't have even put the Brothers of Destruction in there.
Too cool?
I personally love Too Cool. So that would have been like an honorable mention. If I could have got that at the end of the draft, maybe. But, again, that would have just been a fun one for me. I'm not really personally putting them up there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was a tough one. So, Barstool Chicago, guys, if you need some wrestling, hit us up.
Content.
We'll definitely get you. We'll point you in the right direction. But here we have it, right here. Scotty was ever so kind to make a little paragraph here, so I'll read it right aloud. Since February 26th, the WWE YouTube page has been counting down the days to WrestleMania by releasing a list they called the greatest WrestleMania matches ever. There was zero fan vote on making this ranking of this list, which has all controlled by the WWE page themselves. This is how it goes, 50-1. Are you ready?
Okay.
How'd you want to do it? Did you maybe want me to rattle off like 5 or 10 of them at a time and we kind of just react? Or do you want to just get like...
Just go and I'll tell you if it's a mistake.
Give me like a one-word reaction. We'll see how this goes. Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins, WrestleMania 38, the opening. This was Cody Rhodes' return, as we know. Seth freaking Rollins and the WWE Universe get a surprise of a lifetime as none other than the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes makes a ruckus return to take on the Visionary
50?
at Wrestle. Huh?
That's number 50.
That's number 50.
Damn,
By the way, that's just the
Okay.
Just
fair enough.
Read the matches.
you get lost on what.
Fair enough. That is number 50. I would put it a little bit higher, but compared to the rest of this list, you might see it's probably going to go a little bit higher. At 49, Sting versus Triple H, the no disqualification match at WrestleMania 31.
Gimmick-wise, that's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah. But 50 best still?
If we're going professional wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough look, tough sell. And again, of course, shocker, Triple H goes over.
They're probably going by views on YouTube. That's probably what they're doing.
Not all these matches are up there individually. Yeah.
There you go.
Number 48, Rock and Cena, WrestleMania 28. Voices in the air.
I don't disagree.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely deserves to be on the list for the sake of just, again, how much of it was built.
Year build, yeah.
A year build, exactly right. So, rightfully so. Number 47, Goldberg and Lesnar for the Universal title, WrestleMania 33.
Why is that on the list?
I have no clue. They arguably have the worst WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 20.
Why is that on the list?
I have no idea. Let's see. Let's see what the description says. Goldberg and the Beast engage in a demolition derby of a match at Universal for the Universal Championship that lasted 4 minutes and 30 seconds probably.
The whole video is 14 minutes long, including entrances.
Not surprised in the slightest. Continuing on, 46. Mr. T and Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff, WrestleMania number 1.
Deserves to be in there.
Okay, good, rightfully so. I believe so. This was again the big sell, having a media guy like Mr. T involved, having Hulk Hogan, the biggest wrestler, especially at that time, or headlining the biggest show that would eventually become the biggest show in wrestling history. Batista versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 23. Like it, don't love it. One of I kind of maybe even a blimp on Undertaker's radar. I don't even maybe say this is probably Undertaker's best Mania matches. I don't know. We'll see. I would have to rewatch. Definitely would have to rewatch and reconsider. Number 44, Seth Rollins and Triple H, WrestleMania 33. Unsanctioned match. Okay. That's what it says. Yeah. I mean, the entrances always are for Triple H. Again, I might have to go back and rewatch that one. Couple already from 33. 43, John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 23. Any Shawn Michaels match is going to be on there. Definitely deserves it, and probably should be a little bit higher in my mind, but that's just me. WrestleMania 22 from Chicago in a hardcore match, Mick Foley and Edge. I like it. Definitely goes on there for me. Continuing on, this might be. Well, I don't know. I can't say for sure. No one WWE probably the other match probably is on there, but a pre-recorded match, Boneyard match, The Undertaker versus AJ Styles. I like this one. I personally love it. In terms of the theatrical matches, probably is one of the best, if not the best, theatrical match.
It's there.
Yeah. Again, definitely makes up for it for being 36. If that was the COVID one, was it not?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, kind of slides it right in, makes it feel just right and fine. At number 40, we got Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins triple threat at WrestleMania 31.
I'm okay with that.
Rollins commits the heist of the century, cashing in the Money in the Bank contract during the championship match for Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and obviously Rollins leads with that one. So I think that's pretty solid. The pop there makes it worth it. This one definitely in my mind should be a little bit higher, but I understand why it shouldn't be. Triple threat, Gunther, McIntyre, Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. This is WrestleMania 39, not too long ago. Yeah. Great one.
I'd put it top
20. I would definitely go higher for this one. Definitely higher for this one as well. Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 20.
Top 20.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I would even argue probably. I could definitely argue a little bit higher as well. Continuing on in this string of Undertaker matches that he had, Undertaker Triple H No Holds Barred WrestleMania 27. This is not the Hell in a Cell. This is the No Holds Barred before that, I believe. Yeah.
This is the one where Taker got stretchered out because he just wouldn't go down.
Yeah. Exactly.
A lot better on watching it. A lot better on rewatch.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll give you that. Again, any Taker match, I'm sure you can make a valid argument for putting on here at anything at all. So solid one right there. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair at number 36 for the Raw Women's title, WrestleMania 38. No. Just straight up, just no. Yeah, off the top of the dome, can't really remember anything spectacular other than probably just a solid matchup. But yeah, we just have to go back and watch. This is 35 at WrestleMania 35. Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. This is when Kofi Kingston went over for the World Heavyweight title.
Higher.
Should definitely be higher for the sake of the moment, the build. Such a very special moment.
Match was
and yes, and the match itself was phenomenal. Continuing on, 34, Shawn Michaels. There you go, Mr. WrestleMania versus Ric Flair, WrestleMania 24. This was Ric Flair's first retirement match.
Yeah, that's solid where it's at.
Solid match. I think it's I would agree. Probably appropriate where it's at. You can kind of argue higher, but when I start saying that about every single match, naturally some other matches have to come down. So back-to-back Ric Flair matches. Ric Flair, Randy Savage for the WWE title, WrestleMania 8. I personally, I don't hear all too much about this one in particular.
It was not that great of a match.
Yeah. Again, obviously, the go-to one for Ric Flair matches are maybe the Shawn Michaels one, that one right there that we just mentioned. But obviously, Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair is the go-to, but that didn't happen
Older
at Mania.
WWE Macho Man was not as good as newer WWE Macho Man.
Yeah, that's sure. I'm sure with that. Continuing on, 32. Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Batista for the triple threat for WrestleMania 30. This was the Yeselmania, the movement.
Higher.
Yeah, I think so too. It should definitely be a little bit higher. Charlotte, and then continuing on with triple threat matches: Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks for the women's world title at WrestleMania 32. This is at number 31.
Nope.
Terrible ending. This was Charlotte Flair winning, correct? Yeah, that was probably. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of a disappointment there, and I'm not really a fan of this next one either. At number 30, Usos taking on Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles. While it's a nice moment for Owens and Sami Zayn, don't really recall all that much of the match being that great.
40s.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'd put it in the 40s.
Okay, that's fair.
Because it's a solid tag team match.
Yeah. And again, like I said, with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens getting their comeuppance or getting their due, that's the right way to go there. Continuing on, WrestleMania 24 at number 29, Edge versus Undertaker for the World Heavyweight title.
I'd put that below any of the Triple H matches.
Really?
Taker.
Yeah. I think so. Again, I think it's just a little bit the Triple H matches feel a little bit more memorable, as if there was a little bit more on the line, as if they're because they're later on in their career, really pushing that streak ending type match, and then a couple of them were exactly that, like career versus streak type deal down the line. So I could agree with that. Even Scotty texted me. He was wondering, and I didn't really think of it all too much until he asked me. He goes, "When did the streak become like a thing necessarily?" And it wasn't really until
10.
Yeah,
I think when he hit 10, they started talking about it.
So yeah, it was I think Jim Ross had mentioned it. He kind of like mentioned it in passing right around WrestleMania.
Then he was undefeated.
Yeah, kind of mentioned it in passing, and then right around WrestleMania 17, they kind of made it like not a focal point, but brought it up again. They're like, "Oh, he's undefeated." Like he's undefeated, and then afterward, they said that the Randy Orton feud was really like the first like streak. Like, oh, the streak is a big deal. Gotta worry about the streak. Can't have anyone break that streak. And it was the Randy Orton feud. That was the first one there. So right around mid 2000s and on is when they kind of really were pushing that. Yeah, I think it was him and Mark Henry that had the casket match, if I'm not mistaken. That definitely should not be on here.
There's a lot of Taker matches at WrestleMania that shouldn't be on there.
Yeah, Giant Gonzalez.
Oof. They talk about that match too on that.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
It's amazing to hear.
I wouldn't doubt
to
it.
hear him talk about it.
On to number 28, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H at WrestleMania 30. This was for Daniel Bryan to get into the World Heavyweight title match later on.
If the triple threat is higher, that needs to be above the triple threat.
Yeah, I think so. I think that should be the case for sure. At number 27, Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 5.
No. I'd drop that.
Okay. Why? Any just because it was like slower?
The build up didn't match the end product.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'll have to take your word for it. Definitely being around at the time, that makes sense. Number 26. I mean, this should be a little bit higher for sure. Taker, Shawn Michaels, streak versus career, no disqualification match.
That should be top 10.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I will say that watching both of the back-to-back between them, this one is worse than the 25.
They both should be top 15.
Match is also like barely a step below.
They should both be in the top 15.
I know.
Without a doubt.
100%.
Go.
Continuing on, 25, Roddy Piper, Bret Hart for the Intercontinental title, WrestleMania 8.
I agree with that. I might actually put that in the top 20. That's a hell of a match.
Yeah, it's a great one.
That doesn't get enough credit because Bret got his ass busted open early in that match and was bleeding everywhere.
So, by the way, on the actual video, This was one of the only ones where they actually posted some of the build-up to this
Oh,
match.
okay.
It's a great build-up.
It was a good build-up.
Yeah.
Really entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think right before the actual match, they did like a pre-recorded segment. Roddy cut a very good promo right in front of Bret Hart.
You ready? I don't know if you know this. Do you know that's the only title Roddy Piper ever held in the WWE?
Really?
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's nuts.
He only held the IC title one time?
One time. That's the only title he's ever won in the WWE.
No way. No, cut. Look up. I think he won the tag titles, but in the 2000s when he kind of when it was like him. No, he did something. There's no way. He was a part of that old faction.
Nope.
Hold on.
He helped.
Roddy Piper never held the WWE Championship, formerly WWF title.
However, he won Intercontinental.
He did win the tag team,
Thank you.
WCW United States, and the Intercontinental.
He won the tag
The
titles. with
United
Ric-
States wasn't in the WWE.
No, WCW United States. Is what
That's what I'm talking about.
We're talking WWF World Tag Team Champ.
Who was he a partner with?
He was Ric Flair, Cyber Sunday, 2006.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Who's supposed to remember that?
I did, because I was there. I was
Okay,
not there.
but still, all right. Still to your point, David. Though, 2, that's crazy.
He wanted it that way.
Yeah.
And he's still remembered.
Make that
for
much of an impact,
the
and that
exact
you're
singles
only one champion. But it would get
One-time
granted,
singles champ.
it's a workhorse champion. That's the way it goes. At number 24, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens, WrestleMania 38. Maybe it's just because I was rewatching it on the stream. I do like it. It deserves to be on the top 50. I don't know about this high.
Shouldn't be this high.
But but for the sake of it, Stone Cold really likes this match. There was the background behind it of Kevin Owens meeting up with Stone. Did you watch any event?
know anything was gonna happen when they went out.
Well, no, that
When I learned that, like that Sunday, they had no clue what
They
the
called
plan
it-
was. That's insane.
Yeah.
In the ring.
yeah, and the
That
taking the
was
bumps,
That good of a
insane.
match when you call it in the ring.
taking the bumps he was taking, the concrete suplex on the outside, Stone Cold took.
He said it woke him up.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I would
Bro,
think so.
That's crazy that they didn't even have a match or anything planned for the main event of a Saturday WrestleMania. When I learned that, blew my mind.
Welcome to the industry, folks. Continuing on,
That's some Adam
23.
Pearce stuff right there. Doesn't know what he's doing on the main event.
Undertaker versus CM Punk, WrestleMania 29. Possibly the guy that should have broke the streak the first go around. No.
It should have been Roman.
Fair enough.
And Edge said, "Hell no."
Yeah.
Like a good jobber should.
Rightfully so, exactly.
I love the build up to this.
Yes.
Because I don't think anybody psychologically got to Taker the way Punk did.
Well, I mean, it came at a very unfortunate time for real life, but
Yeah.
fortunate for the storyline of
Paul
Paul Bear
Bear
passing.
away, yeah.
So, doing the earned. Hello. Oh my goodness.
Top 25.
Yeah. I mean, it's in there.
Okay.
It's 23.
All right, so it's about where it should be.
Yeah. Continuing on, Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 21. Such a good match.
What are we doing?
I know.
Little.
Should be top 10. Should be top 10.
I'll be nice and say top 15.
Yeah, that's being generous.
But yeah, probably top 10.
Yeah. And that's where the next match after that's where I get upset. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, WrestleMania 34. That is.
The comment section was terrible. The comment section was.
Why is this even on the list?
Thank you.
Why?
From reading the comments, the only reason I could come up with from the comments saying why is this even on the list?
Because Triple H is involved?
No, is because it was Ronda's debut match.
That
still doesn't do enough.
The only redeeming value of that whole match was when Ronda backed Triple H into the corner, with her punches and her jabs, and then hip tossed him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right.
That's the whole match right there. Everything else?
I would say the more memorable moment would be the next night when she attacked her, when Ronda Rousey attacked Stephanie McMahon on Raw.
That was also good.
Could you everyone please be kind to Mrs. McMahon or Stephanie McMahon? And then the crowd boos even louder. At number 20, Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins from WrestleMania 40 just last year.
Not even the best tag team match on that list.
So me and Nick went over this, David. You want to hear something? The first 22 minutes of this video, it is an hour and 8 minutes. The first 22 minutes is just the entrances. The first 6 minutes is Cody and Seth.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it. We were laughing just because we're skipping
the
through.
The intro for The Rock is so long. It's so ridiculous.
It is unbearable.
Because it's, loading final boss, and then it like a video game, and then almost like a Universal Studios ride.
I just want not even the best tag team match on this thing.
Yeah, exactly. We can go, now we're getting, like I said, we're getting into the teens now. 19, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair.
No.
37. Yeah.
No. It should
Sorry.
be on the list.
Not
it
that
should
high.
be on the list, not that high.
Not that high.
The way you were saying it, I thought you were saying
It is a solid match.
At 18, we have Undertaker, Triple H, the Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania 28.
I'm okay with that.
Yes. Should probably be a little higher. I agree with you on that one, Scotty.
Possibly.
But I think it's also,
Possibly.
again, not everything can be, mathematically, not everything can be a top 10. So yeah, something kind of has to fall into the teens. This might be one of them. Kurt Angle at 17, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 19. This is when the shooting star press that broke Lesnar's neck.
No, he didn't break his neck.
No? I just gave him a concussion?
It just looked like it.
Yeah. Well,
I thought he was dead.
if he wasn't such
I watched that live. I thought he died.
If it wasn't such a big meaty neck, then yeah, it probably would have been broken for sure.
15? I put it top 15.
Okay.
So it's not far
At 16, we got Ric Flair. Oh, sorry, you just put Flair. So I had to guess. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
I did not put just Flair. So by the way, everything you see on there is the official title they put on there.
Gotcha.
So they literally just put Flair.
Flair versus Ripley. Someone got a little lazy on the YouTube side of things there. Flair Ripley WrestleMania 39.
No. No. 100% not. 100% not the best women's match at WrestleMania.
I honestly heard well, unfortunately, it was in front of nobody, but their match at 36 was probably better.
I would agree with that.
It just sucks that there was nobody in the building.
Yeah, that could be discussed. But
Yeah.
no, once again, this is Charlotte Flair bias, and
That could be
I
the
don't
case.
like that.
I don't like Charlotte Flair at all either, but this
It should be in the top 50, but it shouldn't be that high.
Yeah. At 15, Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, champion versus champion.
No. This should be maybe mid-30s, if that.
Yeah. It's the build, I
Ultimate
guess.
Warrior wanted to stop this match 5 minutes into the match because he was gassed.
Look like it, yeah.
Gassed.
Oh my goodness, brutal.
for that time, probably like 5 minutes of entrances. If you're telling me 10 minutes into the whole match, he's done.
Blown up.
He blew out.
Yeah. Tough look all around. Like I said, the build was great. Building up for these two ginormous.
That's why they had to throw the belt back on Hogan eventually, because
just couldn't handle it. On to number 14 in the Iron Man match, WrestleMania 7, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. How many times has Shawn Michaels been on here?
A lot. I might.
By the way, Nick, you will find out on the last page.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I
did kind of skim over to get some stats.
I will say, that's probably in my top 10.
Okay. I would definitely say so
It's
too.
probably in my top 10.
On number to number 13 from WrestleMania 19, not 17. We'll see if we get to that one in there. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock, WrestleMania 19.
Once again, nah. Those matches did nothing for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll have to see. At number 12, IC ladder match, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 10. Bad Guy versus the Heartbreak Kid.
Top 10.
Yeah, 100%. It should be a little bit higher. This match should be a little bit way higher. Bret Hart, Owen Hart, WrestleMania 10. Brother versus brother.
Top 5.
Yeah, easily. I don't know. I made mention of this last week.
And you know why? Because Owen's a better wrestler than Bret.
That's true. Made mention about this last week on the WrestleMania stream that they're doing. They did Owen Hart versus Bret Hart. Then they did Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy. Then they did Jay versus Jimmy back to back to back, all in the same stream. I thought that was pretty cool. So shout out to the guy that was putting that one together.
Ready for your mind to be blown, David? Ready for your mind to be blown. Number 10. Read it off.
Number 10, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, triple threat, WrestleMania 35.
Absolutely agree.
Oh.
Best female match ever. No.
I will give you, it could be up there for top women's WrestleMania match, but top 10?
Top 10.
No.
I'll give it top 10. And here's why. For the lack of what Ronda Rousey could do in the ring at that time, Charlotte and Becky made up for it.
Yeah, 100%. I can give you that. Has all
Becky was at the top of her game. She could do no wrong at that point in time. There is no
She was the hottest commodity in wrestling at that time.
There is no main event. You think, okay, I'll say this, and you'll probably be shocked at this. How over is Timeless Toni Storm?
Very over.
Probably the most over of anybody. Maybe
Becky was way more over than Toni.
Becky blows that out of the water.
Oh, 100%.
Dudes were buying her merch.
Yeah. When you're calling her the man.
And you're having guys like John Cena and The Rock go, yeah, we're down.
I'm watching wrestling with the gal last night. She sees Seth Rollins come out how he does with his, very flamboyant, and she's wondering, is he I'm like, no, he's dating somebody. He's married to, tough look, the man, Becky Lynch. So I was sitting, I'm like, you know what? Maybe no, you can't. I can't say that. Not even close. It's not true at all. But like I said, it's a tough sell. It's a tough defense when you're like, no, he's married to a woman called the man. Damn it.
I know why you guys say what you say about this, but I actually agree with this because without Becky and Ronda, this is not a main event.
Oh, this is the most stacked of the names of the trio of names that we've been seeing together in this whole list. Most star-studded. And again, exactly right. When Becky Lynch was white hot, not even red hot, white hot at the moment. Could do no wrong, like you mentioned. Charlotte Flair, you throw Charlotte in there at any point in time, and then Ronda Rousey was also at the top as well.
Now, from a pro wrestling standpoint, I think the triple threat match this year might beat this one.
Oh, yeah. It could be, yeah. I definitely see that.
Oh, 100%.
In terms of performance?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this one might blow the roof off of women's professional wrestling.
I'm on that side. It should have been the main event because I give it way more time to let them hit more spots.
I thought it should have been main event night one as well. Let's see, where are we at? Number 9, Ultimate Warrior Randy Savage retirement match, WrestleMania 7.
Lower.
So let me see. This is the career of Macho Man Randy Savage was in jeopardy as
the
Ultimate
only
Warrior
redeeming
squares
value
off.
of that whole match. Because once again, the Ultimate Warrior gassed out within 10 minutes. The only redeeming value of that match is the ending of it where he reunites with Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
By the way, 34 minutes this whole video, and like I said, probably at the time your entrances are maybe only 5 minutes, if maybe a little.
They also
more.
do that, and they also do like a big introduction, like a whole.
Well, he was King Macho at that time, so it might have been.
It was a slow walk.
Maybe okay.
Might have been a little bit longer.
Alrighty, number 8, WrestleMania 3. The body slam hurled around the world. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant.
I put it top 15 just because of the moment.
moment top 3 match, maybe not even in the top 50.
I mean, yeah, if you're going that way, but it seems like this is a conglomeration of all that.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'll put it top 15.
Yeah.
I'll put it top 15.
When it's when we're comparing it to all the length of the video is probably 15 minutes long. I think that's me even being generous.
23.
Okay, because the match itself is only like 8. But then it's the aftermath. It's the reaction for the body slam. Hulk Hogan running around, watching Andre getting carried out on that.
Yeah.
Still very cool half little square WrestleMania cart. Love that.
Why they haven't done that again?
Well, they did with the Big Show.
Would have been great.
Because he would have took him a year and a half to get to the ring the last time he was there. On to number 7. WrestleMania 17 TLC, Dudley's, Hardy's, Edge, and Christian.
Top 2.
Yeah, I think so.
So you'll see it with 6. We were back here. I said just flip 6 and 7, and that's probably the right
2.
move.
That's number 2 on my list.
Yeah,
I would say, yeah.
It's definitely up there.
That one to me is so iconic because people will talk about that more than Hogan Rock.
Yeah.
And that was unreal.
It's definitely obviously the spear from Edge off of the ladder with Hardy, the quad table spot with Bubba and Matt.
That spear probably doesn't happen 9 times out of 10.
Oh yeah, and again that is we got to see the 1 out of 100 time when they actually hit it. We saw the one time.
Yeah,
they nothing went wrong.
I would say that and the Seth Rollins Randy Orton RKO are probably the 2 greatest just spots in WrestleMania history.
Timed out,
and
yeah.
this is number 1.
Yeah.
This is the number 1
timed out spots
in WrestleMania
I've got one for me, just for me, that's up there as far as spots, and I know it's nowhere near on this list. Cesaro baby carrying a Big Show.
Oh yeah, that was
inaugural.
a big one. That's honestly a big one.
To me,
that's just
To me, that was so gob-stopping. I went, dude, he just carried him like he was a sack of potatoes.
Yeah. And just to go back really quickly on this TLC, this is the second one of the 3 that they end up having. I would definitely argue putting the first one should be on there. If you have to pick one of the 3, you probably go with the second one because there was a lot of moving pieces, a lot of better spots. But the first TLC should probably be up there. That Jeff Hardy initial moonsault, the swanton from the ladder. No one had done something like that until my understanding up until then. So
because no one's crazy like that.
Yeah, I know Jeff Hardy's crazy. Just lands straight tailbone right on the concrete.
Tailbone and heel.
Oh yeah. He said that was one of the most grueling spots he's ever had. At number 6, like you said, you would have made the switch here, but. Number 6, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, night 2 of WrestleMania number 40. In terms of all the moving pieces, again,
top 20 for
gimmick,
sure.
Yeah.
You want to hear something?
Top 20 for sure.
I actually rewatched this week when they posted it. I think I was a little bit behind. I think I watched about 35 of the 50 that they posted. This one, I took out the last 5 minutes. And this is a very good match.
Oh, I'm not taking away from the match at all.
Fantastic match.
I'm not taking away from the match at all. I just think you're belittling some of the better actual wrestling matches.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, I'm not saying this is the most technically sound match, but it is great in-ring work, great in-ring
No, again, in terms of moments,
even taking out the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this was my favorite, swallow the cat to catch the fly. This was, Seth Rollins came in, Rock attacked him, Undertaker came in to take out the Rock. So.
By the way, they posted a director's cut of this match.
Yeah.
Bro.
Just watching Seth Rollins limp into the ring was tough.
He was messed up.
That was tough to watch.
It was tough to watch. It actually was, very concerning.
And, looking at the fans watching him do that, too, was just oh, man, yikes.
Yeah. He was really jacked.
He should not have done that spot.
We knew he was bad, and then that footage came out, and they showed it in multiple angles of him just walking to the ring. He couldn't even climb into the ring.
By the way, speaking of chair shots, bravo, Seth, for bringing back your behind-the-back chair shot.
Yeah. That was
On the
good.
anniversary, too.
Oh, there we go.
Little
That's
reminisce.
exactly right. Well, now into the top 5. WrestleMania 17, Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No.
Again, in terms of the promo,
No.
just everyone goes to this. This is the Limp Bizkit. Just one more fight.
No. Not even in top 20.
This time
I'll give it top 20. That's it.
Yeah. Again, I'll always say this might be one of the best, if not the best Mania, but this is a solid one all the way around. From WrestleMania 3, Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat, IC title.
Number 1.
Number 1. Easily.
Number 1.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the comments, to be honest.
Number 1.
That's a
Easily.
lot of the comments.
28 near falls.
That's crazy.
In only 20 minutes.
Wow.
20 minutes.
Love it.
28.
You
The
love
whole
it.
video's 20 minutes.
Including entrances, dude.
Including the entrances.
Yeah, and they say AEW is a bunch of spot monkeys,
Oh,
a bunch of
God.
spot. Think your own, think it. I love it.
Here we go, bro. When in doubt, AEW.
AEW's got to come out again.
Death taxes.
AEW.
Death taxes
John
and
Morant.
Nick
Yeah.
bringing up AEW
I
when
love
it's
it.
not even needed.
On to number 3, you cackling hyenas over there. WrestleMania 18, Rock and Hulk Hogan. You made mention of this match earlier. We could see
Top
a
5.
double turn.
Top 5.
Again, in terms of where they were reacting to the crowd, this is solid.
Here's what it is. And I'll be very honest with you. No one was expecting this from Hogan.
No.
Nobody. Not a freaking soul. And then all of a sudden, he does the whole throw Rock to the ground, flex, and that whole crowd turns.
Yep.
That whole crowd turns. And they went, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
The exact timestamp is like commented like 1,000 times in the comment section. It's kind of nuts.
It's
like the exact time where they're just like, this is the moment.
Yep.
to realize that you're watching something that you will never. Hogan never wrestled that way ever again. There was never a match where he looked that good ever again.
No, truthfully. This might have
And
been the
that
best.
was it was, and no one expected it.
Might have been the
I
best.
was waiting for like Hogan elbow drop, Hogan gets up, and all that stuff, and like there was an actual story being told in this match. It was beautifully done.
Exactly right. On to number 2, getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, Bret Hart versus Stone Cold in a submission match, WrestleMania 13, where Stone Cold passes out in the middle of the ring.
Top 5.
I would only hope so. Again, considering it's being inducted to the Hall of Fame, I would hope that it's
Top 5.
I hope that it's up there.
Graciously top 10, but I would lean top 5.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Nick,
Again,
can I take it away?
what's up?
Your WrestleMania #1 match ever from WrestleMania 40, Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. #1 match of all time.
That's not number 1. I would hope that's not even close to anyone's honorable mentions in any
Top
sort of
25.
way.
I wanted to put that on the list for you, Nick, and I honestly, I'll be honest,
That
I
was the
forgot
biggest
to.
letdown last year. I'll freely admit
Well,
that.
I mean, again, I saw what number 1 was, so I've been like, that's not true.
You mean number 1?
Number 1.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me guess. Undertaker, Brock Lesnar. Lesnar breaks the streak.
No, not even on the list, honestly.
Good that it's not on the list.
But you're halfway
Good.
there with Undertaker.
Sean.
Yes, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania
And that's-
25.
Honest to God.
It's the first one of the 2.
Can I be honest? It was so shocking to see Undertaker do some of the moves he does in this match that it shot it up for me.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, yeah, that
The
is
spot with
#1.
the camera guy.
Wait a minute. Am I wrong? Did no Michaels angle?
No, it's on there.
Okay.
It was in the teens. It was like number 17, I think, or 19. That was the one where we popped because exactly that. That one is after Michaels, Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Yeah, Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels from 21 is 22.
How about Michaels Jericho.
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
Nice.
that should definitely be on there. I would argue he even says it at the end of that match, and I still think it stays true. That still might be one of Chris Jericho's best matches, if not his best match.
Michaels
I watched it this
Jericho
week. I
should
think
be
it's his
top
best match.
25 minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
I think maybe it came down to, like, we can't have a million Shawn Michaels matches, but again,
The hell you can't.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's called Mr. WrestleMania.
And, okay, glad you said that. Mr. WrestleMania debate came up over the internet. Is Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania because he's Mr. WrestleMania, or now they're trying to say Roman Reigns is Mr. WrestleMania because all the main events?
No.
Thank you. I don't
The
know.
quantity is there, but the quantity is there for so many people.
That's true.
Let's talk quality of matches, ladies and gentlemen.
Quality is the thing.
Quality of matches. And I have no problem with what Roman Reigns has done in the last 4 WrestleManias, 5 that he's main evented.
Well, I mean, it was like 7 straight.
Okay, so 7 straight. I have no issue with those. But are they talked about generationally?
No, they're talked about. It's always in the breath of like, oh, this was forced down the throat.
Sean's were talked about. His match versus
They were actually looked forward to.
His match versus Mr. McMahon is still talked about to this day.
So while you're talking about this, David, Nick, I would like you to skip to the stats page I gave you.
Yeah.
One thing I said that I was going to do was I was going to keep a track of how many people actually got onto the top 50 list. Because, yes, like you said, Roman Reigns, yes, has all these main events, but it's all about the quantity of how much are the best.
Yes.
So, Nick, if you want to start from the bottom there.
So best performer based on quantity?
Based on quantity.
Okay.
So these are how many matches they had on this list.
So Randy Orton is in there 1 time, Cena's in there 2 times, Brock Lesnar's in there 3 times, Becky Lynch 3 times, Charlotte Flair, Edge, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, all in there 3 times. So those are all honorable mentions according to this list. Top 5 include all with 4 appearances on this list. Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Randy Savage, Kurt Angle, and Seth Rollins all have 4 appearances.
Okay.
At number 4 with 5 appearances, Hulk Hogan and The Rock both share 5. At number 3, Triple H has 6. At number 2, Shawn Michaels with 7. And Undertaker has 8, and that's the number 1.
And Taker should be.
Yeah, exactly. With him having 20-plus matches at Mania, you would think that at least half of them are good. Other ones that you have here, from @JackBoot. Is that the one that made it?
So yeah, this was someone's comment on one of the final videos. He was doing some more stats throughout this whole list.
So there we go. 10 fun tidbits based on this list. 50 wrestlers/performers are responsible for 50 best WrestleMania matches of all time. I'm counting the Dudleys, Hardys, and the Usos as 1, but Edge and Christian separately. Okay, that's fair enough because Edge is on there different times. The Undertaker features the most on the list with 8 wins, 8 matches, followed by HBK with 7, Triple H at 6. WrestleMania 31 to 40 accounted for 18 of the 50 matches. That's 36%. WrestleMania's 21 to 30 accounted for 14 of them. That's 28%. The first 20 WrestleManias are 18 out of the 50 matches, so 36% there as well. 7 WrestleManias did not get featured at all. WrestleMania 2, 4, 9, 11, 14, 15, and 16. Not really surprised for me on that one because, 9 was pretty brutal. 11
2 was trash.
Yeah, 2 was pretty brutal.
2 was trash.
Was that Bam Bam and...
No, that was King Kong Bundy and Hogan.
Okay, yeah.
That was was the NFL players versus the wrestlers in Chicago.
Yeah, the fridge. We ended up watching that, didn't we?
We just watched the intros.
We skimmed it. Yeah, we wanted to see the NFL stars that were in there. Oof, that was tough.
Yikes.
Continuing on with the stat that I had, one of the WrestleManias that were not featured. This surprised me because I would have thought Austin versus HBK at WrestleMania 14 would have been included. Okay, again, that's from that Jack Boot guy. Jake Boot, excuse me, not Jack Boot. Despite only having 36% of the top 50, the first 20 WrestleManias have 7 of the top 10 matches, 4 of the top 5 matches. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So, all right, that makes that. So he's saying WrestleMania 20 through 20, what? Or top 5? Okay. Yeah, besides 25. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. 4 wrestlers appear on the top 10 more than once. The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Randy Savage, and Hogan. 5 performers only have 1 appearance in the top 10. That'd be Ricky Steamboat, the Dudleys, the Hardys, Christian, Andre the Giant. Owen would be included if he were there in the top 11, if he wasn't at 11. And then last one right here, 20 of the 50 performers/wrestlers are still active, not yet retired. This does not include Goldberg or Brock Lesnar. So there you have it, folks. WrestleMania top 50 matches. Give your own. I'm sure, again, it all varies based on all different things, whether it's best match itself, performance, moment, whatever it may be. You know, my bias, I'd throw Raven, Kane, and Big Show on there for the hardcore title, but that's just me.
There are, like...
We watched that match last week. That was
listen,
nuts.
It's fun.
For what it's worth, Sami Zayn versus Jackass.
Yeah.
Phenomenally
Would have been
done.
fun.
For
Again,
a gimmick match.
Jokingly, he sent me that too. That was number 1, and I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. It had everything. It was a David versus Goliath. It was all the funny moments that happened within there. Just true battle versus evil right there.
Yeah, I actually think it's a good match, and I don't even like Jackass. It's just not that funny to me.
That's
but
crazy.
Like,
Different
generation. It's just not for me. But like that match is hilarious.
Frankie,
to watch.
did you just say awful? Why?
He's like Jackass.
Why?
He's funny as crap.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
Okay.
I know.
It's just not for me.
He'll watch people
I'm not
go
a
into
big fan.
stores and do like skibbity
bees
toilet
on his
bits,
dingling,
but
dude.
yeah.
That's you. You send me all that stuff.
You like Impractical Jokers?
No, I don't.
I'm not a big fan of Impractical
No,
Jokers.
that's okay. Tonight, Scotty's the big loser, so that's all right.
I'm always the big loser on this show.
I just, you know, I'm hoping there's at least one just holy crap match.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be the women.
Yeah, okay. That could be the thing. I'm banking on that Fatal 4-Way being huge for the IC title. I think that'll be the show stealer. Oh, yeah.
I think Chad Gable comes out and interferes. Don't jump on the bandwagon now. No. He's not allowed to jump on that bandwagon now.
If he doesn't physically interfere, he's going to have the Jumbotron pop up and be like, hey,
David,
look,
I'll
I'm
admit to you,
live
the
right
first
now.
week you said it, I thought you were crazy, but then I thought about it and you convinced me.
I'm just saying.
Well, there you have it.
And
again.
now it's been leaked that it's Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Well, we hit it top to bottom, folks. WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2. We have all our thoughts, questions, concerns. I'm on your side of just, you know, even with all the hoopla online, everyone gives
Give us one good match a night.
with all the negative and positive PR around it, with all the complaining online. Just damn it, it's WrestleMania. Be the best show that you guys are supposed to be. Everyone's
going to
come out.
PR. Shut up.
People, exactly. I know.
It's entertainment, not politics.
People sound off. It is what it is.
Shh. Listen, I'm just going to say this. I'm a liberal Democrat. I could care. I believe what I believe. We live in a country where you're allowed to believe what you believe. Shut up and enjoy.
That's what I'm saying. Get exactly right. Now, don't do Triple H's point of, you know, just turn off your brain and consume. No, you can still be critical. You can be a fan and be critical at the same time.
Oh, we're going to be critical.
Yeah, you can do both.
There's nobody in this world that's more critical than me, and no gimmicks over here.
Exactly right. That's the whole point.
Trust me. I saw another guy promoting his show on Instagram, and I about fell asleep while he was talking about it.
Oh, boy.
We won't mention any names, but they might be the exact opposite of the name of our show.
Well, we'll get exactly right. We'll see there. So exactly right, guys. Join us on Monday when we're recapping everything we just previewed today. Enjoy WrestleMania weekend.
Hell yeah.
Go enjoy the other indies that are going to be popping up throughout the weekend as well.
Enjoy the Hall of Fame tonight.
Yeah, Hall of Fame's going to be fun.
I'll be watching that. I'll be watching it after the basketball game tonight.
Yeah.
That Frankie's too wussy to go to.
This is the go home SmackDown. Go home SmackDown. This is the go home SmackDown. Like I said, one more final hoorah before the WrestleMania gets started. Go enjoy that.
You think they're gonna go balls to the walls tonight?
I can only hope so, because Raw, the go home Raw it had some moments, but it was
Can I call something real quick? the whole tag team division comes out to interfere with that match, and they late throw it on WrestleMania.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind it being on the kickoff.
Yeah, I could see it.
They stopped doing matches during kickoff, which is stupid to me.
Yeah. If you're gonna have a 5-hour pre-show match, maybe throw a match on
That's
there.
what I
too.
like about.
be on there.
I will say this. That's
Chelsea
what
should be on the
that's
pre-show.
what I do like about 0 Hour. They have 2 or 3 matches in 0 Hour. They may not be the greatest matches in the world, but at least they're matches and they're
softballs.
breaking
Yeah.
up the monotony of the talking.
It's the big boom AJ matches. It's the small stuff. It's to
Chelsea
keep
Green
people in the
open
door.
challenge on the pre-show.
And yeah, that's I think that
Just
could be
do
the
that.
case. That could be the case too.
Who
Would come out for that?
Asuka, Alexa.
Asuka, Alexa,
Honestly,
Becky.
just call up anyone from NXT to go do it.
NXT
If
could
you
have a
want
good
to
show.
keep her with the title.
Yeah.
No, I think they've said recently Becky's not coming back.
Yeah.
I know they have. Shut up, man.
I want her back.
AJ Lee.
Nikki Bella takes it. Nikki Bella. Actually, if I were to guess, if they would do that, it's going to be either Alexa or Nikki Bella, because those were the two people they apparently threw out to Chelsea Green.
You love, but you can't touch.
It's the way you said that. I'm not going to lie.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Why? But yeah, WWE as fans, please get back to, especially if you're doing like a 3-hour pre-show.
Yeah.
Throw a match in an hour. A match in every hour.
Yeah.
If the stadium's empty, I don't give a crap. From what I understand, you haven't sold 5,000 of the tickets anyway, so you're not going to be sold out.
They finally did come down in pricing. They cut it by 25%, but paying $3,000 instead of $4,000 is still a little pricey in my mind.
Oh, I could have.
There's so many
If I'd have
guys that
known
they
that,
need to
I
do
would
it.
have dipped into our petty cash and we'd
I
be
know
there
we
right
could have
now.
been. Yeah.
They need to, Carmelo's not on the card. Miz is not on the card. I mean,
Good.
Okay, not Carmelo. Carmelo should be on the card. He's awesome.
I hate the Miz.
You can throw so many of the guys that are mid-carders on Raw and SmackDown. Just throw them on the card and have them go out there do a match.
Hello, don't miss.
Put the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale on the
That's
pre-show.
on tonight.
I
Yeah,
know.
I thought-
Put it on the pre-show.
Any predictions?
Oh, for who's gonna win that?
Austin Theory.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, I don't hate it either. I would have to see the list of participants if they
Or
didn't,
Mello.
if they didn't come out with it.
Omos.
That. Oh
Dang it,
wow.
man.
Yeah, have Omos come back tonight. That could be. That's not the worst case
That's not
scenario.
a bad case.
Omos.
Rusev comes out tonight.
Rusev could come out.
Rusev isn't coming.
Or they're shooting
I honestly
for-
think Rusev's the dude to job to Randy.
That could be the case.
Malachi comes out tonight.
Malachi's coming out. The SmackDown after.
SmackDown after? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've been pushing those vignettes on SmackDown.
Malachi's coming out the SmackDown after.
There we go.
Jimmy?
Oba.
That's another good one. Another
Jimmy?
good suggestion. Yeah, Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy's got nothing at WrestleMania. Everyone wanted to see him
Jimmy's
at
hurt.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's still.
Is he?
Jimmy's hurt.
Everyone's
he
hurt.
really?
Yeah.
It's the storyline.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You're not gonna have Jimmy walk out there.
Yeah, after getting. He was in a
I
pool of
forgot
his own
about that.
blood the week
I'm
before.
Big Jim. I heal quick.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Jey Uso and Gunther hasn't been a great build, so it's for a lot of forgettable stuff.
There we go.
Wow, really? I think it's been a pretty decent build for that match.
It hasn't
which
been
one?
it hasn't been as
Jey
bad
and
as people have
Gunther.
said.
That slap that he gave to
I think it's been fine. I think it's been a good build. Like I said, I think I'm still
It's
on the
the little
side
things that everybody's missing that I enjoy.
Maybe.
Like the slipping on accident.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
love that.
That's not for me.
It goes into the psychology of it.
That seemed like, oh, he messed up last week. Let's just throw it into the story. That didn't seem like something they really
Did
were
he mess
trying
up
to
the week
prove.
before?
Yes.
I don't think he did.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think Gunther was in his head.
Well, there we have it, folks.
And then Gunther had to touch Jimmy.
Yeah, that slap.
You don't mess with the family.
Well, there you have it, folks. WrestleMania. Setting up WrestleMania 41. Were we missing something? What do we get?
Real quick.
Okay.
Blood, no blood.
For.
WrestleMania.
Oh, just any. Yeah, there's gonna be blood.
I'm gonna go yeah too.
Just to be different, I'll say no, but I'd probably.
It's gonna have to be something.
Street fight?
Either the street fight or Cody gets color at the end or something like that. No.
I mean,
think
if CM Punk brings out that toolbox again,
I guess, yeah. They're gonna make Rollins bleed the hard way, yeah. That's gonna be tough. There you have it, folks. WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. We'll be back on Monday to recap everything. Again, thank you to Austin. Thank you to A.M.B. for coming out and yelling at me. But also,
you deserved it.
Getting this point across to Crystal Wildcard Mercer. You'll be seeing them next Friday, April 25th at Skydive Chicago in Ottawa, Illinois. They have a street fight. Not only that, Eric Schultz and Axel Rico, I guess we can say friends of the show now. Friends of the show there, taking on each other for the MCW World Heavyweight Championship there. Tons of other great matchups going along there as well. Open challenge for the United States Championship, for the MCW United States Championship. Tons more great things. We'll be there next Friday. We'll be here on Monday, to, like I said, to recap everything. Thanks for joining me. Thank you back there, guys. Thank you, A.M.B. Thank you for watching at home. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and enjoy WrestleMania. Watch wrestling. Enjoy it. Take care. We love you.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.